Oribo bebie.
The car no abandon.
Yesi okwan tware asuo ena asuo tware okwan panyin ni hwan a yebo okwan betu asuo ozuoma adakabri frimpong manso wagina konya bebiewu
Yamama Trasio na Yamama ha Definite 100.9 FM so and say ye ba ma na so yi na na ye fiada ebobosumi na ye womi ni de tosu du nwotwe afi empinu aduonu na mam se abodonko apa homiti aduonu enson me manti dwumadi a ye de bremu yi nsam akotwi ko breman ne ye pe nkyire mu ne nyina ye hwehwe asem ne pomasibre se oman nu betumpon na oman nu beyeye na ye ho a na ye bete ye ho ase nti oman ni ntini se me no nyina da ene ye hwehwe yedie na dwumadi mi a medi ho kyea me ye fra me ADAKABRI Mamudu Osioma panyini kwadwo da me ado ene me ofa ase magere o sa agiman wane na de masi abontene production ni si eye kwadwo ado kwadwo da odame ado enaso na anase kwadwo ado odame naso ado odame anase odame ado emu biada eye adwuma na enu akire no nsoso na Frema Abankro oye yabeba panyini wano ana technical production no isini naso na uko the only University of Ghana there contemporaries ni nyina Mara Michi Mafa ana omo edije no ono na ehwe say ye Facebook live say ye despite media ewo YouTube ni nyina ototo de amain na engineering group omo nso so sa wotemeni omo na ahyehye achinchim fidie ni fruma ahyehye bibia kama atuagbo chief engineer worker ana kwatia kwa na najare captain retired na abuaje afi so no adasankroma o se sempro na facilities so the big solo ana dada ana Godfrey your friend Ubrana DJ Bosco Mapuna na females ositetai almost so ehwe se undesirable bia metwintwan yakom na studio ha say your facilities your bibia kama na nsembe na daba maso was say politics the campaign trail the Okada politics NDC's John Dramani Mahama deepens the promise of Okada legalization as he reviews an NDC government will give Okada on high purchase to riders. But the Vice President Dr. Mamman Bawumia says the MPP government has an alternative to also give cars on high purchase. So we ask, how will an NDC government finance and sustain this flagship promise? Amanyosam nuani sa kwa kodru Okada Prajia se moto nipa bi tena so ne ade obi atena kire ne agi niska Prajia no so koba miensa yade kwa ade ba na John Dramani Mahama say wano de obepese NDC aban obeba no obema ekwan ama yetimi di sa Okada yi Prajia yi Mahama Kambui yade aye adwuma commercial na emom no yebeye nhyehyeye ebetumi atoto nooma ene kura susu de wasa behyem kena se wani aye ni skede kwa akoto Okada bi ana Prajia bi ana Mahama Kambui bi yebetiro no akwa akọbọ obusia na yede amaw na wutietia ne nkakra se high purchase na ye ana Dr. Mamadou Bawumia se aferi tikopa ye na aben se Okada o pebusia so bi engongo ye adwuma so Okada eno mfankoye Prajia eno mfankoye Mahama Kambu da enne ya yashase ye VW Volkswagen ewo Ghana haidie eno ani se yebema high purchase na wakwa akotoka na wudi car no momu akoye adwuma we campaign na koku asekura na ade nam na ade ko na ade ba ensem ni bi eno no na ana yebuza se we Hwan sika ene de akoma hwan ede akoto se moto or de akoto car. Politics, still on politics. Road to election 2020. EC begins exhibition of voters register today. EC reviews about 6,018 names that have been captured for double registration. How significant, we are asking, is the exercise, and is the 8 days enough for the exercise? Ose na batu aye kwawramu no. And it's Electoral Commission. Almost say na dia ye didini ni nyina ba betu polling station. Na obi ankonkwohwe ni din. Na wunia okokotwere odin no kra wo district officer. Men kwa district officer waso okohwe odin. Ko polling station no a wotwere odin so obeto aba ho no. Eho na kone kokohwe odin. Na eye list miensa ene ye ba. Register na nkasa obi adin wo mu no. Ansa na yasa the exceptions list no so at the account. Ansa na yasa the multiple list no so the account. And the multiple mo amakotwo mudi mienu no. Na obi akohu sa nkrofo ye nie. Wo aba no to bi ento. Na wa mo se ubetimi so akọ. Na wo the short code. Wo be na obi bia so aba. Etine hia ka wo be nante class nka wo kọ eye polling station akohwe. Utu ya 30 pesos pe na aye mobile phone natew. And then on health, 46,000 persons living with HIV refuse treatment. Ghana AIDS Commission reviews. So we ask, why have they refused treatment? And how fast is the virus spreading? And we ask again, which region, which town, and the gender leading in the spread of the virus? Japan modine ho nsam su eni o. Enipa mpema duana nsia 46,000. HIV muawa bi we mu. Yase antiretroviral enura wose ye nonom no. Omo so wamo nom eme hweyen. Ene ye busa se anti HIV eda ho tiase. Koso Ghana hostel. Na region ban na kuro ban emani mema hinefo na dimu atintiman. Ane yabadwendwene ho. Nempanifu aba betena se ma di Jibril, a former deputy national organizer of the NDC. Ana kwasi kwatin, or a member of the national communications team of the MPP. Ana was a Kofiakwa, national youth organizer of the CPP. Omba betena se. Na yetimi edi na ansana no obetimi I was appearing on 050 600 0909 050 600 0909 yentie di ode ebeba na yensoso yantoto emfa emayen
FRIMPONG Needs FM.
What's cool, fresh and trendy with a new look? Makes you feel real good, that refreshing vibe. Satisfies you right just the way you like. Do you know? Ain't gotta do it alone. Specialized makes you glow. Anytime, anywhere. Specialized feel different. Always think specialized. Special ice, natural mineral water. Feel different. Think special. This
Next 100.9 FM so any. And then Friday, September 18, 2020. And the time, once again, just gone 36 minutes past 1. On the phone lines, Yenrezi Dr. Amache Boateng. He's a political science lecturer at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. Na Yenshey, campaign trail no, dear Ekoso, the edit in Timai, Ewumu, na Ehunu Baby, the Fufu Bequacobo. Dr. Amache Boateng, Mwaha.
Yemia.
Doc na humpo etisen awie.
Yesu Kristo adaroma behu ye papa.
Yo. Now campaign trail ahead of the December 7 elections. We are just about 80 days to it. And yebusa say, yeah, na political science lecturers. Mu employ ana mu edge ana mu motivate mu students to follow the political trail and then try to say note specific strategies be and apparent strategies be various political parties for future discussions at the lecture theaters ana.
ADAKABRI medase akwanya odi amami ikia atifo. Enukweni se ye politics in Ghana. And it no do samri ya. Oh say nipa in the social sciences. Yetimi reenacte development event and control be and share the outcome. The maybe say do an opportunity. Any child, and of course, I work on school for no so. Man said the air Koswa and Kasa. The elections, opportunity among students of political science. Upia a politics in Ghana. He said they work on yes, you change school for being home. It's a young marina and your swapper. And your marina and a mras here you womb eba a P9. Unya bakwa and the Ujano Manuko.
Avema yanhwe a campaign no ehemu President of the Republic on top of your mind or core regions and or commission projects. Then the leading opposition party led by John Dramani Mahama one also core rounds and a town hall meeting juma and digitization and so juma. But then who observe what MPP is head on the electronic media say advert. You hardly would hear NDC on the electronic media say advert. What does it stand actually saying? Now who is saying?
A bit now Amanyukono a beer strategy or the Juma. Ejuma but say if you say or grassroots no very strong. Yes, COVID will hot yes, but the way a party no spread out no. A beer strategy ni be and say omo emma ekumano akwanya omo ye kutahon. A being so omo rely on their communicators. On say radio stations, maybe omo eseda ma safu iba na omo begin kutahon. The beer strategies ni be no. Na the back no can say COVID ray ultimi any electronic media no free on tutuemu. So we am amanyuko a opese udi nkunimu a. Nti bigiri se omu nyina ebehye omu sapo mu so ahyimu kina.
Na I say then no government in a party in government and what me extensive advertising na say 4 years ago na uti NDC unapo dinding na say na so na machiri ene so de wonti wonapo ena wonti nwoma amen ena MPP nana ya ena ekro. Is it about when they are in government they can afford and when they are in opposition no be in sika kwasie and they cannot afford ana
Menyi nisa amanyuko na mi ato abama wa eso hu se ADAKABRI amanyuko bia so ni aban mu a they are out of business. Hemri bia anything no more areas bia on be university a summary nti uma media no aboa na wadi unkuta ho no bibia summary esomboma amanyuko no amanyuko bia no also with me show support me also with me pro episka na with me edita djuma no omsa no kwese emredodo no ano amanyuko wa ban mu no with me done what our family so this inform but I don't come in the area of electronic advertisement because our various agents are almost state officials all right but at the same time almost untouchable as party members and no aside you know there some area multiplicity of media outlets you know which means I say I no I capture the only state media or a media. And you know, majorly say more of strategy than say almost Niska. I was surprised that a party like NDC, the record of Niska and Tinona adverse on to me.
Oh, but I said the tendency of some mukotne in fear na mai na obiad as obiad in the secret akushi in Dubai na almost in case see and me ama 8 years no 4 years be kan ho a ebu betwen enti wodi nsi case no ahwe do be na bon say party no as a body corporate no na ne coffers e wo form
ADAKABRI the BBC is here the party no ankasa nyina so na question mark ababa di da ho because o say mbra no e drum resi ya party no e pre akwa aban mu a e say ekuma nyina na omo etimi eboa because when they are out of government, they are out of business, and they don't want to stay at home. Politicians want to be in government. Political parties are essentially there to be in government, to wrestle for political power and then be in government. And then these senior people in the Fourth Republic, now we are your commitment to the party now, Kasano, Kosimas, Kasia, Edahon. And a party no also the capacity to mobilize itself properly and get people to sort of mobilize around some ideals, you know. About how I say question marks
because we say yet is so swamp of can say this time run no contribution, no chop. Now we say DNA pursue no man can no contribution, no chop no.
Well, say na almost as but I hear warning being on the air to or two be again about look and read all hands on deck and what will be an open round which means got fee and thousand show them from last minute no about
anyway so how much did you thousand you say list no so what a dini ba ya omojeje thousand say dey man John Dramani Mahama it one would have thought say otimi a clear head on dia say thousand for no say din no omo na wo pole positions here be positions ana
ADAKABRI difficult to say you want to say a coma be of good standing piano what it takes to serve Ghana in any capacity piano you will come in. And say, like it is structured in the Bible. Ubiao, Juma, obey me, I obey my PS cabin, so no, maybe you're interested in being in government. You mean, a new moment, a criteria.
Yanni Dr. Machibuato of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology at the Political Science Department. And now, young say, MPP suit me advert no so. Advert no as a omu a promotu womo presidential candidate no incidentally who happens to be the president of the republic at the detriment of body corporate MPP mami mo omu current advert in fama na tie say edin MPP kura no ubeti in the entire advert ni mu ana yehwe say edin MPP no kura ubeti kura entire advert mu ana just take a listen. Take a listen.
FRIMPONG Needs FM.
Unti MPP were advert team.
ADAKABRI ebia yede wobo enyum a womo to rado ene be ena ade ba ko titiru a eda di ni say the flag bearer or the face of the party, generally speaking. You know, major symbolism say yeah adwuma yi. But the new pa ni say enya party no na sema omo yes na advert. Me dis ankran bi ena ono a eye di aboa campaign no.
Na party no chairman, party no general secretary. Na what the presidential candidate ba? Now the ne kwa akono a on reserve goodwill be emfama party no MPP no so.
ADAKABRI, there's time for everything. We share constitution no na ya bato na the abato no ehwehwe na. Your party no and abato no ehwehwe no. In this material moment in time, you got to promote the constitution no say party no no. You got to promote the presidential candidate. You got to promote an Aldan Kwakufuado. And we say obi betumi agina continue cross presidential candidate ama ye to abama no akọ. And by the dictates of the constitution, you see that it's not necessarily a party that is being voted into the office of the president. No, it's an individual. And another than you focus on him, and you focus on him, and you sell him. Of course, it's taking place in the context of the party, but he is the one. I was a Ghana for me now. You focus on him now. I'm for Abama no.
Na ballot paper no so no. Nana Kufuado ene ni dini ni mfoni ni pene beba anase MPP insignia any din so beba na.
What are we seeing over the period? Definitely, you see, media reflecting a party. Definitely.
So is it not possible say obiti baby se base went me and recognizing Nana Kufuado kura no a MPP no wosono no any MPP no ebetimi aboa no amene sigina ye.
ADAKABRI possible but remote papa. Unpa Ghana ni ana.
Oh, so the presumption is obi anim, yes sir.
I mean, we take that for granted.
It is a comedy MPP shemua. Say she radura.
Like what I'm saying, and like to say I'm cranky on one contribution to.
And one contribution, how the idea about me and me vete and Chirosen say na me peno.
I said to maybe not will be the chawa. Yeah, honor over yes, say I'm peno. What's not now, Jacob?
Oh, sir.
To be I be do you can put it out there, and of course, if you find for other adverse bra party no so issue, if you find or akwanya adverse do will be our to me the appeal. Intimidate BBC and yet be a happy.
Ave me and trust Dr. Amachi Boateng say party in government. Anna okoko ye ni manifesto launch ewo wodwa. Owie ya say pe and ye CZ say whether Ugwa airport beba ana airport ma na asemfoforo asempa no mo kan na ese yira airport beba airport ma no pe na yasan vice president abetna chairman general misinia nanim na one so asan aba be comparative analysis with airport na so asan take another dimension hopefully you dwene ye ho a wo san go fast we abenum eno so entingo na afede ajapa so aba na ayese obscure MPP manifesto Japan so kwa tinkwade na civil society organizations at the ababenum na ekurekuremu na NDC fuwe so edi wo manifesto aba oni ya bibia ni nyina di akire se dunkwampɔntwe na ye kwa akoka NDC manifesto. Is it possible people political pundits could be looking at the MPP on the defensive ana
MPP were areas biblia omo LED. There are several issues out there. MPP LED. Several issues are that's so trendy. And of course, there are others as well. NDC LED. And the reactions, from the two manifestos, and also definitely you have got people following. You have got others also leading and others following. Into a mix. a mix of all these things. I don't necessarily see the MPP on the defensive, but there are some issues that definitely they need to come back and clear the air on some issues. The Japan definitely they had to come out and inform Ghanaians about what it is and what it stands to be. A critical social intervention to bring money into the country in a creative way and add it to the debt stock. And you want to appreciate the ingenuity in there. And definitely it has got other issues as well. Ghanaians are curious and then want additional information, want answers to. It's only fair that a party comes out with such information. And then there are other issues of MPP leading. Free education is all over the place. Any additions and subtractions to it, piano, a following. MPP leads there. The issues, and it provided say on the defensive or opinion. But generally, the two parties all have their areas of leadership and then followership.
Okay, Ebiana Yanshe areas that somebody could be touting as politically expedient issues, populist issues. Say NDC. Na wamuni John Dramani Mahama. Na oma touchy on Okada. Say you be legalizing here regulating no. Oh Quincy. Na said ye ntasi yesu so kai yani dabi enya de papa kai wo mpese mo kuma nipa mpese mo yese o rana as a transport ministry aba oh yakura no ya she process of consultation na ya de go na say afena atone down communicators crab bontia they don't know whether they should condemn, they should reject, or they should acquiescence, or they should just say yes yeah but yeah. Then ultimately we have the John Dramani Mahama deepening the said debate by saying, oh, yabasa grass up no praji. Then we have the authoritative vice president coming out. VW4 yanemo yentutuye and they said after Second World War, Germany rebuilding Germany by the use of Volkswagen Beetle. And then Volkswagen bina wabedruga na ha. Yeah, mangrove one called the risky Okada yi Obinko University any a living out of the risky Okada. Yeah, na yama a high purchase agreement. Na what media kwako toka na wodi akoba bia na dia ya adwuma na ene koku asekurada ka ne benantinanti koku ase na e dia ko. Once again, populist politically expedient areas, How do you see it?
ADAKABRI, this area is very significant. In fact, let's go back to 2016. Ronaldo, or the idea of free education, about 2012 it PA, 2016 or something. At that time, many people, saw it populism who play, if you like, on popular issues with the hope of winning votes. When you know clearly where said at the crown to me and yet. Well, after the election, Ronaldo is in office and he's implementing free education. It was no populist agenda. It was real. He meant it. He was committed to it. He has delivered. At this material moment in time, and MPP bet me akano. In fact, you really have difficulties. So we are political scientists. Can say, once again, he's being populist. No, you have real difficulty. But we can't say the same thing with President Mahama. We can't say the same thing with President Mahama. Okada, to me, appears populist, especially from all aspects of it. ADAKABRI, how do we do or bandu? As someone did too, I mean, and Shakaka, the Kawa be ni statement in a kama enya. Only our Lord says Okada is illegal, but it is a reality. It has come to stay, and you can't stop it. I have an issue in there. Our Lord says it is illegal, but what? It has come to stay, and you can't stop it. Or just to Ghana's regulatory capacity a week. Anything I to me. Ama Okada no and we could not stop it. Ghana could not stop it. You can't stop it. Ghana could not stop it. You don't want to share Okada now. Is it beneficial to society at the end of the day? And I say, we share India. When we use bicycles and tricycles, a public transport. We share no, I mean, moving more. So unwieldy. And states are moving, going through evolution from traditional to modern society. Is that what we see as the future for Ghana? Our cities flooded with Okada. Now we're more riding through the narrow traffic, the narrow roads. I mean, a recipe for disaster. This is not what it says. Should be preparing it for planning to become a modern state. ADAKABRI, from all intents and purposes, to me, we a populist state. And if you want to go there, that is how it is. If it is counted with this suggestion, say we are bringing in a vehicle assembly district, VW. We are going into some sort of partnership with them. We bring in some financial arrangements, make it possible for Ghanaians to take brand new cars, take their time and pay off. ADAKABRI, this is the future. This is the future. It definitely might have said when achievable, doable, and especially with the digitization of the Ghanaian society. The identity of Ghanaians is not going to be subjected to any second guess. You are Amachi. Not necessarily because of the name Amachi, but because of some unique ID numbers are computed for you. Wherever you go, you can be traced. So Ghana can confidently allow you to take this loan facility and own the vehicle yourself. I mean, this is the future. Okada should not be encouraged.
DNA, what share areas are Dr. Machi Boatin, Wadarumo? Okada apply. What share areas are Praje apply. What share areas are Mama Kambui apply. A idea. Who bet me invest in a brand new small saloon car and a brand new medium saloon car. Now, what the aqua yes, Edmund to say, a boom or a yensuano. Now, the brand new medium saloon car no, trigger yensuano.
Yo, some usefulness. Emma, Media friend, I can boom. You know that tricycle now.
A tricycle no. In certain communities, Mama Kambu, in certain communities, Praja.
I see. But the our basket Kuma watching.
And also Abobo, yeah.
Okay, I was looking at it. Our useful purposes. Our your farm. The paths leading to various farms. You know. Farmers no quite clear, no by muka clear there. On which way you should add your catty or more food stuff. About I'm a vehicle. Afako. Nkwasien kuma no sa BW ebetimi ayadwuma ewo ho. Yese u free. I mean, krom ewura yefa ne say afom ni eyi kakra sa. Okada definitely very flexible. But that notwithstanding, no, man no as a major means of transport there at ADAKABRI. The future.
It will share extensive use of Okada. Yeah, who are the wherewithal? Who are the resources? Who bet me they as stop the use of the Okada?
It can be stopped.
Who are the wherewithal? Who are the resources? How they say, "Would they?" Tinaka mune twemu and swim. A twemu teacher mante. Enkonko si eye suhum. Nehwe Okada abehia wo mo ejina etwintwam ye di twitwam wo highway no so who the wherewithal so bet me stop sankrofo no ayi wo mo free highway no so any branch route any nkurase no mo di rewura no who bet me stop who ho aka de
ADAKABRI, Ghana is strong enough to stop it. And then kwan bi so ɔman no accommodate. And then wo hwɛ sɛ deɛ ɛteɛ na mmara no wɔ hɔ na enforcement no the suban ɛte sɛ deɛ ɛteɛ na edum bi a wobɛtumi ablame the absence of wherewithal no. I will capture it a weak capacity to implement our rules and regulations. So that could be one of the reasons why I never need to. If you also then I'm hearing say accommodation. Now, legalize it, at the same time, so enforcement, you pushing it in day. They share the enforcement of the wearing of mask. Initially, you could see that the police was very eager to go ahead and enforce. McKinney said they have been asked to take it easy, to take some back steps while we put information in the public realm, putting fear into people, violating or fine you say
now. Doctor Amajibuati, Okada the 25% approsive what you they are earning extra income from the use of Okada. The 25% of Okada owned by policemen and women. You buy anything?
About accommodation at ADAKABRI. Accommodation. We try to behave you need that process for no, but we look at it from the Kenyan state not implementing the laws banning the use of Okada no, and so we call it accommodation from that angle. But then say or minus the nice from the things of the say if you are ebeko.
Nafe Dr. Machibuati, ubetimi I was up here on 0506000909. Then another spectacle. President of the Republic on na manager na konwa di achiri na konwa no so air condition abo konwa no kakra na okodura na je di ama no atena so na ya peso so di ama no na kwan wi na otwam ko ena je se wo twitwa kwan mu John Dramani Mahama se oyei na nanu mo madawro mame mamapo ya mu nya kokoduro na mu musa ne se ta kwan we ya wo kate sword as wo otwam wo se yemie no budget no ye bo sa kwan we so se ye be sa kwan we ya na mo hwe se contractor we di akira a obehye ase aye kwan no e wo henepa na nya 80 days to election ene ye kate sword se ye twitwa kwan mu ne kwaku ba ko di aba was o mukura na no eye temamoto we sada mama kwa kate sword esusu na eni budget team na ndc fo so di aba so kwaku ba ko light the way they say how is it going?
ADAKABRI o man pani etu sa na mo no a oko shebo ebechichi the Ghanaian state ohene a ni potamu ni saka sa aboshe no setie bia no sa kwan emre bidu a ebe emra no emre ko no irrespective of man pani a wo ho ukosra no ho no mu a BBC na ukosra na e kwan na enye ya obeka obegusu akai wo mo sa it will get done at the end of the day. A development ya man yourself a politics at the aba campaign time muno aye season bia o my man saka nyema bebre I don't know to the extent that nyema edin kosuduma ebre the various parts of man muno we work with it. The issue of us to where our budget man at any budget is secondary. At the end of the day, Mampeni Akopleji. We are a traditional society. We are going through time. We might become definitely we're going to become a modern society. But some of our traditional practices will stay with us. A boshe, they are going to be there. And then they are going to hold state officials to honor, their promises, their work. To me, it's something I want to mean so a promises, so that is how I look at that thing.
Joe. And finally, yenshe believability rate ne. President of the Republic, ona Danabem, and unyani briefing and the ministers, man statistics, man figures, actuals. Former President of the Republic, on Swatana Hoda, Yaman similar briefing there. your man is similar statistics there. But at present, no. One for actuals na ye adwuma. Ohwehwea and or the estimate ye adwuma. Whom are we to believe? And in your assessment, omumi enu no, obia believability rate at the same.
Maybe a trouble. Almost a Boaka constituency, actually, Boaka constituency. I mean, the later JB Dankwa, Horana Ojina.
Ojina 1951. Ewo Boaka Central. And 54 ni 56 there. Kofi Asante. Wahine ba Kofi Asante ne gina ye.
Thank you for the update. Ebasa no na samri ye ya batomre no. Okoye na omuhia nkania omuhia we no shebo. Nti emreso na Kwame Nkrumah so ekogina the candidate echi wo ho. Omuhia we omuhuru ade akinye no omuhya ase no omuye. Omutuma Nkrumah nipa no. Omomofo ani de na ekuja so. I think Ghanaians will bank on and now don't go for to deliver.
Need I ask you further? Yenyanisa. Dr. Machibuati. Yadwa say na yeguso ya mboa ti be invite no abetena se. Now on varied issues yetimi ahwe edi ehon edwuma. Ti awia de yadwa se papa doc. Dr. Machibuati a political science lecturer at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. And it's a no atrim common. Or say, dear Bob of one dear who pastor. Na said okay, 1951. And now, year JB Dankwa, Ujina Mo Edema Buakwa Central. 54. And Wahinaba Kofi Asante. And Sir Ufuriata the first. Nebani Wahinaba Aaron Ufuriata. One no so Ubiti, yeah, Uma Mifri Kukrentumi, Ubapa ne free Wachehine. Now, what me about Buakwa baby to Papa Nyakitwa? We as a panono. Answer 56. Or Iriba Kofi Asante. This time round, JB Dankwa in Buakwa Central. And now walk call a year begrohonum. And then also Master Nimo. ABT no. Na a year Ufuriate. Okoya. Ebe local government minister kura. I'm saying University of Ghana kura so koko ye chancellor honum. Wano and 1958. Or she Emma you created the brand for region for administrative purposes. Into Eronoforiata, a very strong achim politician of the CPP stock. And you go to a interview so no.
Needs FM. What's cool, fresh and trendy with a new look? Makes you feel real good, that refreshing vibe. Satisfies you right just the way you like. Do you know? Do you know? Do you know? Ain't gotta do it alone. Specialized makes you flow. Anytime, anywhere. Specialized feel different. Always think special ice natural mineral water. Feel different. Think special. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Efiura, me mwachi o Efiura. Yes on.
Machi o Efiura. Efiura me chia wonye so.
Hey, Eura, enfase ma msu. Wati? E ba force search ya me. Mo yem no.
Won so pepe.
Hey, oh, wafi, we die me pesa oni Efiura bekon. Efiura we die ye kwa sori abo. Eura mo kwa sori. Ye papa ye. Eura de kasoro ho a. Wati? E be se wo ba hwa wa kraba kumpo wunya. Onipa da sane timi koto this way chocolate drink. No ne yire ne mma edi nsu ehia twabia nom anopa. No wi a wasade bia hye fridge mu. Wo mako school pon a wasan ba be yia nom. Enu mpore se ne nka ne twaso mu pa ende ye rekore. Ne fie wura beti ha. Anopa dio, ewia dio, enumre dia mo no makodeo. Mo mame. Na mu wi a ma sora kwotena so ndem se ye kosum ya.
But say na dia ya late so me yanki kabinche fiera ya wi ya kwasra body fata. Ke efiera, wuti fia say light bi no water bi ba wuntua bi. Wo bo say sika na fa koto this way chocolate drink. Na ba nom.
Ka hwe me catch we pray fa. Say this way chocolate drink no. Metumi ato bi pa na so na me de so mo ahwe wate. E de me hia ne nsuohie. Na nsuohie so me ntoi. Say me bufu a, betumi ato bag mu a wate.
Yeah, fiewura we nkwa de ma abunfu.
E fiewura fi de ya bre ma abunfu bi.
Munyam sumponie. Munyam sumponie. Na mo ba ya trimodefo.
FDA ahwehwe say adwede nkratoe mo agye atum say eye.
Yamenu ejaba boni di adwo ama wubi eti yamenu afa hin na mahwie fufuo ti ase dada menya wofo yi papa so ba fie ni anwie fufuo ya asam aba na so oben wadi fufuo edi mpreni ne mpresa da kro ba ye de ni ehwe fufuo a akwade wonwane
adwo mo adwuma se me ne fie adwuma di mini fufuo kakra ba o medie no eno to metwa ma da pasa aso wo kan na matire nyira
what ate na make am meboa
ebo de odi komum na se sia de obra to otwa fufuo ai wono wodwo mo pam na wo ma asiu na wotimu aba na wo sadade na wo timfra kwada ne nyina tuatwa make say ya need food sadaroma wo bia mani ye pa ya wa ya mbode fufuo ne mankani fufuo a wa ne powder wo de gu ada kam kama ya yefra no need fufuo a
enya no bi na masori ba ntilizi kama me di ye yo
sese bia
ma me hwe oh bia need fufuo enya kama say bode fufuo ne mankan fufuo papa bi na wo kan say twan eposim na ede na me se wo kan so ento simanu mpɛ no wa wie wo hie wo kwa papa bi aguso
be chese de ama mani kura agisa need fufuo ho ama mko to bi kura ba ne se de Ghana fo sipom fufuo no eno an wo ye nu enti se wo hwa fufuo won pam wodrom ne we nu a wo ho susuna bi awom wo nso de bode ne mankan fufuo papa bi
ejanie eni afi na fufuo na afi na wo bedi pa ne se de wo bedi ne se ne wo fa mojaduro ana pawia ne anadwo a wo koda
need fufuo supermarket bi am
need fufuo e wo fi a eni gye nko a
FDA ahwehwe say adwede nkratoe mo agye atum say eye.
Ghana ba Fourth Republic imono yato aba imprenson 7 times. The etoson watwe ene ba beto no December 2020. We nyina mu no Ghana ene di nkunim. Afi nso despite media be no sene ye no abato afi biara.
Say abato afi dru so say ya. Wani tua omaimu ni nyina ni that despite media so.
Afi ya bato no ebe ye repeat and say revenge ana upset bebem December 7th ena ebe chire.
Eye decision time. Despite media group say a free sabre akopem si abato aba no akenkan na afi ya bobbo amienhu de odi nkunim wa abato nim no despite media group a ena sese wutie na wo hwe yen se eye TV ana eye radio kai se eye decision time
edi ehun na wo hwe ato aba afie eye manifesto ana campaign boshe
enunti na despite media aye ne say from now till December despite media ma okwan amwo ne ekonyina
ye beboa mo ehun ne ekonyina na wasi gina beboa Ghana dachi me kire say what take decision it's decision time
Every sabre ya kopim say ye beto aba na wie na yabobo ne die muntie na monhye despite media channels every say munnim die betimi aye
NPPC for more to do more NDCC change the change CPPC yes some PPPC a new hope for Ghana LPGC a unemployment benefit for all children under 18
so what Ghana Union Movement in ka obeti gum na APC eno akwadonko ono susu sen enye no eye decision time enti siwadwini pi
Winim that I said despite media dear ya come say enye yesi ya kan fenchem na 275 constituencies ni nyina despite media wo hodada enti uni how
despite media Metro Peace FM Hello FM OK FM Neat FM UTV and Peace FM online ye wo homa mo sade ye ne dada no enunti tumuday na mafidie ne nka heya
decision time on despite media ye na ye tie
Wenti ene eto sa frɛ say Brabeka despite media platforms ahodo nyina ho with our team of experienced journalists and reporters you are assured of nothing but the best for election 2020 ye shamobo said 275 constituencies 33,000 polling stations ni nyinara yini twiem ne de ho nsɛm nyinara ebebrem election 2020 despite media say a decision time
Utie Oha Echi Ponkno. Needs FM.
Neat 100.9 FM Suni. Now, and Friday, September 18, 2020. And the time is about gone 16 minutes past 2. Yeguso, you're drinking home. On the campaign trail, the Okada politics. Nano, and another former political science lecturer, also at the time from the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, Dr. Richard Amakoba. Dr. Amakoba Yamwaha.
Major also Vice President.
Aye. I just say, yeah, just a senior political advisor to the Vice President. Say, Doc, now who put it saying?
Oh, me who ADAKABRI.
Quite an interesting feature. Sir, Enura Mamia Donko, Ebano, Obaya, Ebesramia, Okuta 150,000 cities. And I'm so about penny. And I know, say, me share documentation. Or the years canon, not just say, or depositees canon as at August 8, 2020, in expectation, say, and a year electoral commission, EBG 50,000, 100,000 akan, na ye the campaign. And it's a dear ya beya, it's a 100,000, and wako 150,000 in Abasaja, vice, Snasia na, Yanshena, the command crew, na the Beka, Yedramona. Memfa operational money man na me memfa me operational money ni amfanko na people say won say would you rate Ekuyadonko say ahead of this election kwa no na what me dey 150,000 akwakoto ade bedi dwuman
why are there
na when interview bi by free Germany was bi ni ADAKABRI tie ye kan yesika to kwa no to the traje akwa beji. Doc, how do you rate Ekuyadonko? Be it others see her as a joker, but then the level of preparedness. And now I call GCB Bank, or the BBA, or call Electoral Commission. Now, on the was 100,000 a peanuts. Do you agree with her?
Oh, sir, no, they are not agree. I mean, they agree with her. Honestly, can one bottle. Some agree, and I'm angry, and they don't make me come.
Nature Unia Barna, Bemina could 100,000. If unable to secure 25 percentage points of the total votes cast, now we'll lose that deposit.
Oh, Nenyafi, I had the swatch, and you want him the oil. The American own him the oil, Nenyafi, and the Onyana Diaqua. I'm sure, sir, own him the oil now.
Hey, go you get more, Angaja. Doc, campaign trail, especially with the populist and politically expedient subject like Okada. What do you make of it?
Oh, so when him say Okada no NDC and Bani Okada. And MPP before started say I can't want some kakra but unquestioned. And as they say President Mahama Sababi himself Oba legalize. I didn't say who legalize and any matter of say what do I know kakeke. Obia will use your vehicle for commercial purpose. I was on insurance. Na mi bisa say insurance company bay and a bema insurance liability insurance say obi ti motor so commercial motorbike. And no say oh kakra ye and a motorbike a commercial. That is the problem. I was on insurance. One of the insurance amount. Who insurance company and also buy insure such people. You will go out of business in no time. That is the first thing. The second thing they say, I want you about young men, Obiatia say, and you Okada in Omudina Namkaka, and just a one was a and the vice president, Ebeka say, Okada no a dense job, and Yajma Papa, a future and anything, and Unti Omotuamboasi. Na abayin po bebuana omanya cars. Oh na one for son and no din promise. Now the question say, Sasama Okayan, a dear train of one chimney. Nay, some papa, because they see a top bike, Okada bike here, a dangerous to compare Nigeria, Lagos State Governor, Oma Bani Okada, and you want your question of Viba. Oma Bani, it creates too many problems, accidents, chaos, and Oma Bani. So, Oma, your question of Oma Bani. Now, the American say, Adia, the president, vice president, and a demon say, Yewo kantanka assemble cars okroma small cars omudia kitwa bakubi o your friend amonim no ya 70,000 Ghana cedis a brand new car and ultimately tikrom ha and Mahama started all checkers and mass students Toyota Corolla dia one we yanka say the show na mo ababa bua no watoka no na watitika watuaka so na wo yes awia e say kantanka na adwuma no e ko nanim na say yen support kantanka na Chinese for motor na beto dia na man ye ko hin that is the problem adika Okada no ye rekozisen won akire na wo yes ade tete fan kosa there be talker no mano you can abandon point here better. You can get an agreement with a local bank. What person or talk at the billion, a honor also or the guarantor basin. A bank rabbit must subsidize a kakama. I didn't know now can as soon any non farm more people near hypo Ghana economy. And time yeah to China. Motorbike your mudi. Utra check 2-3 years now say. Enya papa.
Enti yehwe say amwanima 70,000 brand new people's car na obi ekokoje say yempa say 60 months say 60 months appropriately 5 years na principal no nko ano utua 1,116 na any bank if we beka ho a it should be heading towards 1,600 cedis. Na obi at peri-urban area bia obetimi accommit no to payment of 1,600 cedis per month for 60 months ana
epacho onwa moto no obia wana utua wade o obia nka say ban kura boa wa na say bank ase bia onwa na to oma de moto is say e 3,000 so ukra 3,000 no. Now what the year down payment is to say usika na akasay chese uhia o payment no ahochire ubetima ye adwuma every day make daily sales etiaka. There are so many people amoya a company be buy car benkra no mu use car kese bi nye Toyota go for to be ba car na nya papa na nsa pe na say kantanka kai locally produced. And none of them car no also mechanics and spare parts by Nimu. Say I wouldn't say this is what has happened with Tata car because India for the year almost patronize it and China say but I say any boy passing in one yet and the coca crackers every baby no not just improvement of them. That is how it works. Now yeah starting we are better than I didn't.
Inti as it is, Dr. Mwakumba, any peri-urban areas, any rural settings, yedi motorbikes, airco, no people can say a choice. Say, would the car na kwa kusi major junction, ape na ababe urem, ade ako uraimu, na motorcycle nisiwo, na wankasa ako, na wo approaching say, mami ride the palion, na mi ride the palion no. Udi mi kosi a say 5 cedis a na wajew otherwise unya motion vehicle edo bekwa. Can you really legally stop choice of obia what say obi say mami ride palion never meko
oh that what moto what licensing moto no say private car now what for we are trench obi can do your na mo ntimi mfa moto enye adwuma na onka say ye private that be say ye wodi ye adwuma dia enye private anymore and I say ye kan no kra nchira ban so say ye private boys for beche odi ase nipa no odi
obi ti eto na wo ko na se presi for akosto no ka say mo kwan na ka say mini madam fui ye free ha ne ye kwa ha beyond that ndie be bi na presi ni betima asan busa biem.
Oh, sir, wahum bako, wahum, you know, like as a old, the only number 7 now for 1 hour of vanity. Now, what was yes, Joanna? How many times nobody make track with them? And then we every day. And it's just a matter of time before they catch you.
It is state in what the wherewithal, state in what the resources. I will bet me deploy akas or enforce ban on Okadaism. Ama ya stop cry.
Oh, yes, indeed. Almost stop all Lagos. I'm telling you. And our Lagos population is almost the same as Ghana. Lagos and almost stop. Initially, I want you to remember, but Kakaka government did more buses. At the end, they said, Mamuano, so Okada no, and Yadi Papa, Yahutrene de Bae. So, now to say, I know say, Yakantanka. Now, assemble small cars. Why never to small cars? And this is a chance. Yababwa Kantanka. Nejumana ko animu. Omo ejuma ho so mo nya ejuma paye. Na fe wa fa even more people. Ebedru baby ubehene Kantanka kasi Côte d'Ivoire. Ubehene Burkina Faso. That is how it works. So because ebedru baby no say yabona Kantanka, nya Kantanka kwa. Volkswagen so awaba Ghana the same. And be also be assemble smaller cars. And until you be now in the neighboring country so dealership ever Côte d'Ivoire. Dealership Burkina Faso added in amount of Saka. That is the thing.
Dr. Makoba, do you appreciate the difference between the motorcycle, Okada, and the tricycle, and also Prajia as a Mama Kambui? Do you appreciate the difference between them?
Oh, pa, Kumasi Abu no one.
And would you want to say, sir, tricycle, no, as the rules, regulations state now, and yet allowed that tricycle, no, yes, stop one.
Well, sir, if it's against the law, it's against the law. Nyamna America say yes, stop one. Already they are buying, Mahama buying say yes, stop one. Yes, sir. Nyamna America, it is illegal now. But the Jahuche, Nipa Yeshuto, Onyaka Mfa, and what Timuneja, Yena Yebu and Yegus. Now, what Bu and Yegus and just legalize it. The two are not the same. I didn't know my people who Tabi or wha, Diasa, in Shuto, both a trotro or more favor. What's in the original? Oh, and then show to one and then you go baby. That is how it is. Then Chester Yang, I didn't know and Yapa Pantina, NDC Banny. Now, if they didn't answer, and they say, there's a mamma's over I in the league. I didn't answer. They say, Crown iOS.
And do you appreciate the difference, say? Regulations, banned, and other regulations, insisted, say, ma obia nyusu a motorcycle as a commercial basis. And now, for tricycle, me and you soon as a commercial. Na ye yet to what's that time no na ye nyusu motorbike as that me nyusu tricycle as that ye train na pe no motorbike in crofo start ye do be use ye tricycle no crofo start ye be use ye. Is it still would it still be fair to suggest say as if say na ade no wo hodada e na mahama bi betwa mu ana
ade ne say emrana ebani motor tricycle ni motorbike. Tricycle no a little tricky. You know they just say I said the kind of one me. Now motorbike ni dey dangerous. Dangerous first of all. Obi a better motorbike wo a wo kaka na wo so helmet. Wo a wo tie wo so helmet. That is the first thing. Bebre Okada for mo nche helmet bia. The other thing is say we are the commercial. You have to be licensed. Say what to me license commercial license Yabema commercial motorbike license and I said, what to be that? Commercial motorbike license. How do you do that?
Insurance companies predominantly money actuarists, money underwriters, and a year juma. Na insurance company who underwriting risk, actuarist, calculated risk, at the amount who premium a walk no. And one say actuarist. Any underwriters, even me a directive insurance company as to the risk involved and appropriate premium. What's it here?
Well, they're trying to say, at the end of car insurance, even car insurance, nobody. Then so enkumni, accident, enkumni passade motorbike beku. Now how many times you accidents or kumazia any akra? Kakrebi, o year for home pine, no other form. So na say opiti ekire driver no kwa na wo ka wan dia I know you okay convenient metiase na wo di ye adwuma dia enye the same thing no. First of all, nipa na woti wachi no there has to be coverage for that person for injury. I cover injury and also liability. Na say say ya no say ye insist on that. Okada for nko mbejai. Because the premium albetia no ebeji usika no fa.
As it is, the regime would have it say insurance companies would require you to pay premium for owning and using the motorcycle. Yes. So who use who are there go to your premium. Ultimately, we down for naturally go to your premium. But immediately between the two of you, Mubakas Yakwa a year business contractual terms there and
Asisa Bibia.
Oh sir.
Asisa Bibia. It is no longer said to see I mean say me de me come for mouse here. Now the new accident. The baby insurance company me na me mouth permission. Yes, because I mean I'm mouth permission. And no. It means that my coverage still covers you. Now won't you mean for being to I would sika. Now I can say me man right. Debbie, it doesn't work that way. It changes everything because it makes the insurance company more liable. So, and I would just have premium now. Okada for no major judgment. And that is how it's supposed to be. And it is not appropriate, say, President Mahama Beka say, maybe I'm legalized without all these considerations. Now, who the Kantanka car, media car, not just say, I say, because Kantanka car, no. First of all, nebo on getting a brand new car, 70,000. So what's the same payment? I was there. Obi a would car new year. I didn't see a brand new warranty. So was 3 years warranty. BBS on there. That's what I'm saying.
And
3 years, and the most likely no article.
That I'm a Cuba answer Anna Ubakrono. You could say answer now doc. Wouldn't you say all bills in the current setting to parliament come from the executive branch?
Yes.
To private members and so private members bill yenye yadia to mama abeye convention be say all bills emanating and after coming to parliament emanates from the executive branch. It is a sanity there. The current legislative instrument is against it. Now, say, Mama, no, in the event, say, we're winning. Now, engage the appropriate state agency to say, road safety authority. Monko round and Konkobusa, Ghanaians, as to whether we should allow Okada to be used for commercial purposes. The majority of Ghanaians indicate at the consultation level that yes, you perceive legalizing. Now, the search report, ekokoto cabinet enim. Na cabinet esoso hwe na omuji search report tum. Ni ye memorandum at the parliament say MPs and deliberate through the stages. Na yen legalize Okada. Because say idea impossible as you put it. Inappropriate. Such Mahama be yes ana.
Oh, what me yes ana. Mom said the usika say yen call ran name Mr. Ghana for no. So we am yes ana here. Where technical issues so. Enti we dey nya Ghana for keke ni ebisa o. Because Ghana new ko bisa motor no nim ga onye mechanic oni any technical knowledge there. And until you invite experts in that area. You better insurance companies grab it mabwa. Because they will see, say, private motorbikes. How often do they get accidents? They say, the motor, no, me and Kasa menimpe, no, the form team. But on himself, no, a different team. Or so they are no trap, we say now, a poor pro, no, baby. Now imagine so beating it. Imagine so by beating it. And this is the reason why I'm for Okada, no, because ultimately avoided traffic jams. No, Tina said, Pine or Dafoma. And no bit my prep and no cosa. Debbie, and all these things must be looked at. And yet, be a man for baby pen was here. Debbie, and that is not how laws are made. Otherwise, a bit marker say, one kasa presidential candidate. On all things you free. And electricity is free. Me wa. Oh, yeah, just a baby, I'm free.
Well, yeah.
Okay, yeah, pa. That's what does it mean? Or say,
me fancy ya. Na emusa CPP for no so say. What do they propose to do with Okada? Eddie was a bad doc. Dr. Richard Amakumba and Otin King. Already in the studios. Oseko Fiakwa, National Youth Organizer of the CPP, and Kwasi Kwatin of the MPP National Communication Team. Oseko Fi. Oseko Fi. Uja. Akuko. Kokopa. Kwasi.
Over.
Now what you saying?
Yes, you need ye.
Yes, you need ye. Why ye? Yeah, Baba near Baba to Mano Kakra baby, and then you ready a messages Kakra on the file 05006000909. Nankin kind. Ase ADAKABRI. So can't you interview any other political science lecturers apart from these two MPP political science lecturers? Yeah, we na pu Mesha Kasanti. I was okay. Good afternoon, ADAKABRI. The Vice President, Dr. Bawumia, has promised the Okada riders each one with a car. But this is election promise. And what happened after 2016 elections to Galamsey workers? The same thing will happen to Okada riders. Uncle Sam, Community 25, Tema. I say more bus. How many of us can afford them, by the way? Where are the roads? Freeman, Tema Newtown, and or the free buy. Enoch is a man kissing. Good afternoon, Wafa. This political science lecture is an MPP manu. I will urge your Ghanaians not to listen to such people because they are beneficiaries of these different and family government. And Enoch at the Ebaye. Good afternoon, Mahmudu. Nah, please, there was insurance man in your studio yesterday with McJerry, and he told Jerry Plain that Okada is not something we should entertain as a passenger machine. So Mahmudu, support Bawumia to help these individuals to also have decent and comfortable lifestyle. Wafa, can you use Okada for comfortable lead? Nana Buaji, Berlin, and Odi Freebuy. Good afternoon, Wafa. We Ghanaians have already made a comparison already between 4 years ruling of MPP and NDC 8 years in power. President Akufo-Addo will win again for the good work done. Opokwanson and Swum and Wadifribaye. Hi, ADAKABRI. Your resource person has lost touch with current trends and has to enroll for a refresher course immediately. But it's okay to help the MPP with this kind of analysis for them to lose this election to the rescue mission. ADAKABRI, this your man is not true to the fact. All the questions you asked him, he dodged it. Why? Suleiman Kwenu Ena Ode Ebaye. Good afternoon, ADAKABRI. I hope you are well. In fact, Dr. Amache has spoken very well as a politician. Indeed, God bless him. Isaac Nyamiche, J. Franco, Madina, and whatever. Hey, Nana Jekum, Michiao, J. Franco, Jekum, Michiao. ADAKABRI, tell Amache watching to travel to Togo, La Côte d'Ivoire, Benin, Nigeria, Burkina Faso. He would then be in a better position to comment. I am Mobo. Masha, Ena Odebaye. Nah. Good day. If what Bawumia is proposing is feasible, where are the roads for these newly acquired VW cars who fly on? Don't forget the Okada riders are more than 800,000. We want sincere and God-fearing journalists to ask the relevant questions for the electorate to make their informed choice. Ena Ode Ebaye. Masha no abiu. Boss, I think the way this short-time roads is being constructed and more cutting of stuff, why won't we change the constitution to 2 years than the 4 years? we worry ourselves with. I one more. And I said this man talk well. And I what the I say Wapa. I dare the government if they feel Okada cannot be operated, they should cancel it now. If they can. And what they buy. Also have a good afternoon. I've sent my voters ID number to the shortcode and over 20 minutes now, no response. I've heard Dr. UN is in fact, ADAKABRI, please stop being sarcastic. Nanado is MPP and MPP is Nanado. Dr. Amachi has really done well. Breakthrough Bruce. In fact, Dr. Amachi has made my day. Yes, a true political science lecturer. And Breakthrough Bruce Gbawe, top base. What they buy. Dagos from Enswam. I say, I'm wishing all the BC students who are writing their last paper today the best of luck. May God see them through with victory. And now, Odiaba. Kwame Entry from New Aplaku. I say, good afternoon, ADAKABRI. John Mahama's promise to legalize Okada is a clear indication of how desperate for power he has become. Kenyans shouldn't be surprised if one day John Mahama promises an antidote to death for all Ghanaians because of the level of his desperation. For more, for nana, and now Odibaye. I see, Opani, even in the USA here, Donald Trump and Joe Biden names are mentioned in adverts, not their parties. Hebrenya, New Jersey, and Odifribaye. Hi, ADAKABRI. Some members of Tema Newtown, Chiefs Palace, and other people are sacking the quarters around the lagoon of Tema Community 6 SOS Village and giving each kiosk 3,000. I heard they want to sell it to some Indian company. But when we came to the area, there was a signboard written, Animals Reserved, Sika from Tema Community 6 SOS Village. And good afternoon. Even we salaried workers cannot afford to buy a home use car, let alone a brand new one. Otaba Umia, please give us a break. We are tired of your Lawrence, Balebun or Divribaye. I say ADAKABRI, please ask John Mahama whether he will allow his son to do Okada business. Patrick Ashalaja, Anna or Divribaye. Walanyo in Agwetia. I say, if legalizing Okada business is to reduce unemployment in the country, then find out that of prostitution and Sakawa, which has come to stay as a means of providing daily bread to also some people. And or they aba. And Panifana Tanasi. Madi Jibril, former deputy national organizer of the NDC, Watanasi. Oseko Fiakwa, national youth organizer of the CPP, Watanasi. Basically, a member of the national communications team of the MPP, Wanusu Watanasi. Madi, Watanasi, you. Major also. Na, this year, Dubia Ekrado. Ground rules, no, and no be and Trinka will be an Yampekas and Tribia, Yapa, the bit me a message in a year. I mean, one of the Apacia in about 80 days, year call about to me. As I will be CPP.
Now, ADAKABRI, Ubo Medina Oka win and direct to me and I say ground rules and sana. Because I don't care, Oka ground rules and some kind of circle for no. Now, question me and I want to make us a no.
And the Cameroon Casa first.
They do it, yes, at least ground rules on man. As if men
what's general rules. Okay. Young wants to say 80 days to the time. We need to make up our minds. And we need to be given the opportunity. The party be the oppressor, Yentia Supem. Yania Busi and Fuku if ya. Na Yahoo baby a dear fufu, Ebeko Aquacobo. The more beer may deliberate ploy beer and Trinka will be a name. Yama will be an opportunity. ni ntie do de beba general rule na ye nyina ho atoe atani yesu de ye twam azego bi CPP and a politically expedient and populist view to woo voters Okada mo yare den
Mami tia na
we dem amin sambre
Madi.
Kali to mo yen hwe exhibition na
Say Madi oye producer wa na.
Say register na anya yi a issue say e kan na no emfa.
ye beba ho azai
Bagam na mami tia o.
Ajoso.
Mentia etifo mutinit. Na me fa konya wusu na mentia CPP fo a ewie mo agebra mutie. Ma me fa konya wusu enda delegate a omoto aba. Emma the new national executives. Omo very hard working. Na omo bo mo de mema omo nyina so aiko because nkofo mo koyi wo mo no nkofo mo ni abrese obema CPP agina yi a chen be bia ewo. Bagam na MPP ni NDC Emma politics aye din ama nkofo a mo kanokre na tambia no omo pese yedi nukudie eya manyosem ade kontia ne se sabatu oba bedru so na oshobo no last minute ni bemu a aya na minim se eya refuse se boapayo they seems to be endorsing illegality na wenye first one na se ya nhwe ni ye na ya ma MPP ni NDC fo traces hunu se enyom kwane the alternative to Ghana's governance and development one hwe be bia bi bedu no ye nyina no ebenu ye ho 2016 the issue of galamsey a political campaign message to the sense obi ba so be ye free o me ye free o ama ye nyina ye kai obo aska sem bi esi ye say yes me galamsey me baba begu no afekura na besem kena galamsey illegal mining eya dia itiamra e say ensuo say ensase a pollute environment e wi etie no na fe de because ye pe vote ntino afe ne ye besem kina ye be ye no ye de politics. Fast forward to 2020 ye ja galamsey na to makofa Okada MTTD ene ye mra na say so wo pese wo de Okada no ye adwuma wo de betimi afa nyoma na wo de aye deliveries na mom so wodi nipa dasani a ya wono bosome nkro moja woni mu etena to de emra ne chiri eno na akwakoye ye be niye ye mpene ana no so ye din watini ye illegalities. These are the same very political parties pesa mo Ghana for to abama wo mo so afna mu a so they will protect the constitution of this country aye Ghana mra no omo bo ban miwa diamra ne se enye no omo ba omo se besim kina udwene wa enya de a oti ase ade be na ma Okada ababe popular ewo Ghana enu nti ye be pene na ya legalize no ye de ba ye betwam de na ma na basa traffic ya aba ye kura kisiem ti sen kran kumase ana amana kwakoye se traffic ni wom na onya moto bia obetima fan ntwi a ene be bia wo kro no obedu ntem Emma who said NDC MPP almost solution to the choke cities no due to traffic near that congestion no and they say Okada it's amazing and sad to say for 28 years because this is a complete lack of ideas. Sad you know solution we any MPP ni NDC na ato abama omo a ye de se yesika twa omo ka no omo ni so de hunu omo so su ya omo fi so betimi ade aso ade na no eno ani na kwa na watra UK bebre na ade ba ko a ama London which is the capital eso nipa wom na so tambia na traffic efuro nyoma mienu a yenye ni nyina be di wadanse the effective use of public transport say o man no ankasa edin sese agu kwan mu say so wo pese ukọ ba bi a ya wo asintia is that one call it yeah I bet me aboa manako the train system very effective I na person okọ a train no efa nko the answer be won lines no a wo de kro no ya de no uru mu a wo twa ticket aye yi ano na wo kro no the for bus abosan ye nkra no aye buses no so very effective
and no electric buses
very good
diesel now has been cut back for pollution purposes it eba nwa wan hwe hu bebo
enti nkofo ya bus ya and then the electricity na pa ye the power no and I say the charge no ye tia na say be Okada wo and ye be ye na be ya Okada it makes us appear as a joke sabi ye won sere as o man enti say MPP ni NDC4 per ideas Okada no are illegal already no and be debate ya MPP ni NDC4 manya 28 years ababebu o man dia wase mo ye no say mo empower your public transport system say bus anya ye be kwakọ kra bi edi aba ama o man no akobra akoniaba no ebe ye hare so a let's do that now even compared to us I didn't say any bi da o remember events the famous Kofo bus which is Metro Masi neboa those times neboa what has happened to those buses and who be a rebel bus ya sebi o mano so sinaso ayananta bus an ko ba chetia bus ya di o man sika koto a ya hwa mana sei ayolo layers then dey anybody nanse ya don't know even talking about it but you conference so omo drivers no omo cost strike no money ade why are we not looking at that place adentina yan hwe ho na buses no etimi fani pa dodo no anu a se enka ebi atoto be nsia ana ebe si kwan so a ebe fani pa dodo no a bus mienu betimi ai disa adwuma no yan hwe sa ne ma no ye ka se ye twin kwan na ya ti Ministry of Railways ya dade no achepa o menya hu bebia twin bebia start a ye adwuma koba abototo I haven't seen it but bia ni pusi sika ko wonom let's concentrate our energy there ye to so mienu we a free consultancy get my people in this voa it looks like say eba ye kwan so akoniaba no a omuhunu ni omo ye na akoy Okada no Okada no expand our roads ya kwan bebre won mo a single lane esusu sabe first na ekro no ebia eho no ekro ketuam ise anyini kwanya district akwan kitten no wa no still na no anu honom hwede e osade foto to kwa me nkruma na CPP aban edi kan no eye to mamoto we here no takaka satana Ghana cars e wa esen ba ye dwehwe kan hu se the baby bedu a Ghana benyini oman ne be ko nanim enti ebiebia kwan mu eye ne kama some people ni NDC4 episode traffic no abakrom no esu twa na at the end of the day no Okada ne ho sensem no eme issue a they should expand our roads dragaries na yenya cheap politics ibe Okada ye yempene isi kwa de se ba beti ministry bi a fe fa Okada beje car ministry no ya tete se no so ba man for the nam social media fa Okada beje car ministry no so no yasin kofo bi so ma hu se ise Okada for no bu ye afunti oso muso ye bibi how we see us as a country na because wa tremu wa no the best one mo say
hold on a bit na ubenya opportunity around it up na yentie obia initial reaction to that issue particular thing of the MPP fa Okada beje car ministry mo betibi
ADAKABRI machiao na machia panelists ya menyomo ha na machia Ghana fo nyina me da asen so ofidie soso enti ya betena ha se de osika no barely I mean less than 90 days ya de kwakoto aba no enti e wo me represent MPP menua Jibril Situ ono so represent NDC and menua yeso ono so represent CPP Osegofi but discussions na ebe discussions ebe informed discussions ebe boa vote na maneti my day decided where to vote na Okada asema ye kan nyina no say de menua si kan no let me say me borrow some of his arguments are relevant basically because of two reasons. The first reason is because of the traffic situation at what on my anymore. But the car traffic situation at my ni emu ebia enkrankwa obehe baby to say bia kumase. Oka traffic situation so no he baby so traffic in day any. In this all ban Okada na and also what they ba. Obe ban just like a blanket ban and I say bia some selected areas say bia enkrani kumase na eye choked na ehun say cause accident na obe ban and I say when person ye day e bia won ban. So the discussion should be based in that context. Again, Okada issue na sa be important because political parties at this time no, of course, they may want to take advantage of it and gain political gains from it. And exactly that is what NDC is doing. HSA, just some few years ago, it took the same NDC no Mobane Okada no. But this time around, the same party is now telling you say obe legalizing. I'm not sure say the argument about some legalizing or it's possible. What does it take to legalize Okada? They take here and say you just take a bill to a parliament. No one can pass the bill into act. Now why a friend say the host is saying no. So that bill you repeal it, then the new bill that you present to parliament becomes a new act. Then we go by it. It's just that easy. But the fundamental question they be you say you pass the bill into act anyway. Near penalizes our old law near the new law bar. On minor Kassan, will it take us a bit progressive and answer there will be a setback for us as a country? And this whole argument about Okada, it has become important because of the traffic situation that we are witnessing. Whether or not a traffic situation, you hear another alternative source of transport. I be Okada now say you better expand the infrastructure, which will take time. And now say the other side of the argument is say the political parties are trying to take advantage of it, and of course inside the people are almost use Okada no, and then get political votes from it. But me to my argument and also no. Legalization of Okada argument here Kenya and discussion here Kenya no. The whole point is that one of the easy ways of checking away from responsibility. And responsibility nina quiet two responsibilities. First of all, responsibility will be provided a good source of a good way of employing for. That is an alternative way of employment for these brothers normal Okada. Because we make sure say we be Okada one day na adwin nyina ne sa no po sori ohun se bia ne nwa nya nkwanhia ma ne nwa ewu no de na adwin nyina so pe so okonya nkwanhia ne bi no owu but nipa ese nipa ye de na nsa ye de ekọ ne nsa no so the first way is the running away from the responsibility and also the creative jobs ma our brothers who are riding the Okada. And another way is here running away from responsibility will be provided a final or an alternative source of about this traffic situation, and that's what the NDC is running away from. So we can have the discussion whether or not Okada but the two things are running away. The major two things are running away. And say NDC up to now and provided a good and a final alternative source. Okada for is Okada niwa and Mrana yadeba bane mono ni betima mumo in the Numa saying yadeba. That is what NDC has failed to do. That is providing an alternative source of employment for our people or Muizu Okada. And again, they've also demonstrated say the Abanokra Moma Nasa Ghana for to about Moma. They will never in the 4-year or the 8-year Ghana for media momo, they will never be able to expand our infrastructure a cable the traffic situation at yawo on my mum. ADAKABRI yeka Okada say me. The argument about Okada no. Say a kwaso near hwini ya. Okay, maybe India BBC one year the Cobra effect. Cobra effect in your attempt to solve a problem, one here you cause more problems. Okay, India story na Cobras bebre o my muho. Ana ban no yes say okay sadia utimi kun Cobra ni bi di ba aban be de ebema oska echiede na sie we had the indigenous ne nkofo bi omo India wa they rather were wearing the Cobras no afi omo koto Cobra ni bi nkitenkete no my dey no my ye bebre di aban no so hesa na ban say nkofo ne say owo ye pese eku omo de ya no omo yes because of sika no mbeso mbede ombeji India ana ban so okay ne wo di Cobra ba wan fa Cobra mo Cobra no wunya sika bia ye dey ewom ana afi nkofo nso di abufo no muja owo ni nya na owo ni pie ene ehu di esi ho the Cobra effect. In your attempt to solve a problem, you don't create more problems. So person will legalize Okada on one breath. Now doing says Okada and the papa. The second breath because say 3 months to election, what do you say at the papa? Now also do you say at the papa no? What are the repercussions of at the papa now? Bano? What is the position of the Ghana Medical Association? What is the position of other stakeholders? Position hospitals no more no. Indeed, accident situation and say what my say. From 92 up till now, you over 50,000 deaths in the road accidents. So, and this over 50,000 I know probably a cars and a diaba I mean, in recent times, there been Okada from 2012 up to now, been Okada so they be account. On what basis do you say, okay, we say legalize Okada account? So we can play the politics with it. Oh, MPP say, oh, yeah, dear ba, you betray, and this is oh, yeah, dear, tremum, name yasabe legalize momo. But even here, don't let us miss the point. Say, it's one of the laws that we fail to enforce as a country. A bit to say law, bit say GIPC law now. I can say my foreigners me turn on my day. Sanitation laws are one of the laws I feel to implement. I mean both governments, whether MPP or NDC, yentimi implementing it, and Okada is one of them. But the kasi ye ban Okada, ye ban Okada as a blanket ban. Say whether the cities or the villages in ye banana. But MPP, what is what we are proposing? Ye propose say okay, say no. You won't say the livelihood of a group of people. Yes, you be 800,000. I mean, the rough estimation, no. Enti, o pese o ji obiano aduane efiri nsema. You don't literally do it. On ka say okay, and the Okada foi. Ya say mra ho eti say nti obia ya ban me eti soja for gumonte. So no, you provide an alternative source, and that is what the NDC has failed to do. Beyond Okada debate, granted say Okada no eni ho biwa. What are they providing for Ghanaians? And ye ka say no, we will give them cars. But of course, we acknowledge say cars no say be enyo bia na betimi amana car. O kaka na you speak about car in a context say bia cities no. Ye more cars. Ye kaka in a context say bia oko be say bia around the border areas and border towns na traffic in congested now. Would they also need cars? There has to be a discussion. There has to be a conversation. There has to be a consensus. No mining na engage Okada now for more. Especially in the cities, I insist say in the cities we don't need Okada. In the cities like we don't need Okada, but what we need is, of course, the long-term solution. Let's say expanding infrastructure, and that's what we are doing. We are expanding the railway sector. We are opening our roads. But in the short term, no, baby, the same, Kroko be the same, crime, Kroko be the same, Kumasi, and Kroko be the same. Takradia conjunction, what traffic situation, one. Dr. Baumia say, yeah, more cars, not cars. So there is a payment model. Then no matter omu training now. I say ubesi and then for the tree. Obi otoka na ma na nkofo atwi wotwia bosome bi ode kakra to afeno so ana enfemi no enfemi ensa no betimate no a no ate ne ho na ka na abeye ne dia. So in the meantime no, that should be the temporary solution, but there should be a long-term and lasting solution from the two parties, and that's what the NDC has failed to give. But we are saying say a lazy approach or more proposal, and it is going to draw us back as a country.
Right. Let's see what thing of the MPP. Now, Madi.
ADAKABRI.
And the odd one out. Chinchina Okada.
Yes. ADAKABRI. On my Emra from 1974. You were dear friend transportation ewa Ghana. Nyama wet me atina adisika afam monfo. Nti mrane Emma say adia moto kwade mon fam fa nipa enjisika. Nti band ne started from 1974. Yegusu sa ebedu term bi so a ebedu term na amanfo start say omu yusu moto no afan krofo. 2012, so the act have to go to parliament and then go back and say debut. Baby ekodu no na mra wo say memfa moto enya commercial crap memfa krofo. But amanfo afa say omu fan krofo nti eya mra say in the everything in there kwa mo being used soon as a means of transport. ADAKABRI. In there after that NAB yes in some roads way double carriage. Castle double carriage. Ufa dual carriage in cry say about Dawson. But yes still. Uko tamamoto we na ye kan wan say say no. Uso moto we ni so a. Ekwan estate ni mo no. Okada gina ho a fan crofo ekofie. E no dual carriage because can need dual carriage ho. Inti ehun say amanfo say no moto no amanfo start use from number of 0 say na even new and about 1 about 2 up to number here can even the number a does say in your public sector. The public sector 650,000. Moto for a 2 moto Ghana 850 almost 800,000. But the statistics are more at the back. Now, oko be bia so ananka first I can say ma moto ye adwuma kura po no a moto ho. Inde okokwelebu a moto gina ho a fan crofo. In fact, accident world no ankasa moto ho a fa Okada. E de koto eduru ma obi ahwa no. Uko parliament a moto ministry moto amanfo use moto beyond Accra. If you go 90% of Ghana, amanfo use moto areas difficulties ni na no be transportation enye izebeko obi pentema ko bia wa use moto akọ. Ene jo mahama. Boy pro any amanfo kasa mo say moto no edi nya accident nya yepemu because taxi nya accident. ADAKABRI 2 days ago chichirewe anya accident ho ka nya ka anya accident kept go nya 2 days ago in accident dey si nya pem na accident be si o but yen man mrambra na amanfo obi fa moto na nyim se eye mra enye ene jo ma se me ba me samra na eye mra no se so di moto fa obi a emra ensi okwan. That is what John Mahama promised the people of Ghana. Na yen hihye ka say wo ye motor rider nhihye say no be unum say nya car bia na taxi ukoto car so one register the taxi a ana huba untem fa olimpo unim sa Ghana mra but because ye je tum say car bi a friend taxi enya model e car bi a friend taxi nti na wo paint in yellow and blue a ana yellow and red a na wo de ayejuma mra nti emre be mra say uhu Okada bo so Okada nie ebia infa no befa how are you riding ni ntimi mboa na nyama weni na eno ensi eno nkyerɛ sɛ yɛ se di mra e ba ena obi an bɛ Okada o ba mra bɛ ho sɛ o ride Okada na enya boni bio. This is the campaign John Dramani Mahama promised Ghanaians say me ba some people using it it shouldn't be crime. Adakabre in the eti hano police for eto motorbike e ma man for etwi aso for eto motorbike e ma man for etwi say ye boni a adenti o motorbike man for etwi. This is what they promised the John Dramani Mahama MIA. Then the MPP, everybody said, there be a muntiase, and then yentimi be any possible. A Juma you want to yes, our law. You see, they no obey. And then you Baomia, very good in say Obekanasem, or so ba. Omotonia, you see the motor, Omani accident continues to the kingdom come. The Okada will be riding to be having accident on care. Onya sika na enye car Ghana ebria no the car no adi ma motorbike no waji baako. That's what the MPP is saying. Because omonda andwen ade aye ka ho asem. We are finding a solution to end a problem. When we do that, na man for example, metu motorbike a obetwi adakabre. Uni say enye obia ni pen of driving taxi. Enye obia ni pe o. In fact, you can meet some taxi driver. Okay, tell me say, na me a mechanic, but you man bant me major taxi. Now him dey did on motem Ghana pa. Driver did motem pa. Taxi driver him sir. But it is not his way local driving taxi o. But I say mrasa we say adwuma na enya boninti, people are doing that one. Today people have converted their private cars to Uber. Unim sir Adakabre. Because of say my no Uber. Da me ho kire me na ma tire mu, na me drive a man for eji sika. Because I am mra am obi say ye no Uber. Previously unim cars na use no taxi no. Uke jina moto no kwetema no ho mi aba parking ne ka wa pa odwuma no no afọ obi efri ho e kotoma runabout because want me ship petrol enko unim so ko dun konongonde cars ko dumi jina ho V8 elo dun ko fe bakra unim say emra ne makwan because you are joining a car mamra says utumi join sa car no but people are joining those cars ko jina circle say see a new plan station obi betime say otu kumase no be jina say me kumase obi be ko abetrem na me jusika. People are doing these ones by a person em fa mra o tena obi otimu a na bibi ba be wan say ade a we ye no mra say ene ne bedi inde ye neti motor so a insurance o ta forma unya insurance do mama say me be ye mra o mo be person betina motorbike no o betina so na Adakabre bi to question ye tena Okada obi na tena so ye obi na tena so obi o di motorbike man so ntena so a ekwan bia so ntena so da so nya ehye so obi betina so but the mama say me be yes amra no nna obi tu e na emi say mra ama na inde na si de bi yenya dual carriage mbacho yenya dual carriage efiri abeka don contest anona yenya dual carriage efiri kwalebu accident ward ekọ be am to ndro no ana anase enko dual carriage our parliament house enko ministries ana. Even that is Accra. Not talking about outside country and outside the cities, you know. Ente emra John Mahama kasi me be sha emra aboa na obi yusu a me nye say e bone. Ni na no wan kasi na omu na radio but today MPP say 800,000 na wa omu ye bone no. Omu gusu omu ye bone. Obi from tomoto nka ho. Omu nfa ho. So by the next 1 year the number of 800 will be about 1 million. Unim sa Adakabre. So MPP say no. Eye boni munya accident mu because mu kwa nyan ye. Ye hye bia mamo. But ade e be ni say Yeah, be mamu car. But you see what the MPP and Baobia didn't think. Be brain ready motor nya motor unim sa Adakabre. Obi atoni tax in there 12,000. Akoto motorbike miensa. Ade ma manfo e ride. Into one of maka no. Into uji car no every uji obi motor obi a we can pay motorbike. Na ka una fie motorbike motor ura no Okada ura no tifie o. Now they can remember why. Say nyanda confused party as MPP. But we are happy. Only say like last meeting catch say ye launch and Manifesto. Obi and cast some this as a move. You see now they are even polishing the manifesto of the MPP on the motor Okada. MPP is now telling you say eye pass mra abwa because eye boni because if it is not a crime for them to ride a motorbike you won't give them car. Into ade ebe ni say according to MPP they say you know Adakabre me no we to motor unim sa I be to Okada I qualify. Do crime to qualify you to get motor. If this is irresponsible leadership talking. I do obi tina one doing but he has seen defeat coming to his head. I mean, can be a number and some me. And another about me, no. But unfortunately for Baomia, workers are no. Then the Minister of Transport say, "Omo share stakeholders." Any more ka na yes say Okada no ebeka wan asem. Into between Baomia, any Minister of Transport, any MP before, there no problem on Okada force say. Let me know, I say, journey for responsibility. NDC never so. In fact, in there, the NDC has made a promise, say, you better to ya a friend saying, bank you bet your music amamo. Now do a copy sika about you amo. If now don't believe in what he's talking about, he should legalize the motorbike today. But almost lose elections. A man for a case they are not talking no. You are not telling them say enye mamo. Okada fo. Omo say yes re. Send the police etitie. Send a man for a hire. Yes, say. Yenye mrana will be a hire bio. Na so ride motor no a obi hu e say we dey me so me respect am ride motorbike. MPP say yen my mrana mba in there because yen yamo. Because you are trying in 10 years time, 100 years time, they nyam cars when they are not in power. John Dramani Mahama say muntu abama John NDC. Na ba mrano ye be enye responsibility en Johnny Free. You can create transfer you do carry the Ghana. You do carry the Ghana. When people decide to sit on motorbike, they will sit on a motorbike. And go to most transit and there call your friend say Namicha junction N1. Utu Namicha junction per traffic light, you know. Adakabre ubo Okada station wo. Uko Pokwasia. Your friend say Ejaheba. Unso man new road be efro slow eko eti Fountain Gate Church wan. Traffic ben o. But in there Okada jina ho efro estate no mo. After using the drug carriage but into the communities. Enti so biti not understanding the issue. Say traffic enti men say I'm running ma among for use motorbike. Then I don't think that he's getting it. John Mahama say Okada foi. In the uko Namicha junction na. Obabesia Adakabre just about when passengers pa. Obabesio. Our radio Okada. Mr. Wede passengers asin obia oni misa Okada Adakabre. This is the level of macro say radio Okada o. They are thinking say the bill. Okada krapa na nka first emi radio amenya hwe omo no. Me fanya adwuma me mbo but emra na e kwase be. For now, omunye nya emra.
Where is the passenger safety?
Adakabre. Taxi krapo enya accident. Unim say it is a mrasa ubebo seat belt or car somo. How many of our cars use seat belt when they are driving? Do you know it's part of the law? Say car be any seat belt. Car be if a passenger be the law ne say use seat belt. Our 207 here using our seat belt. Where is the passenger safety omu?
Okay.
So when the people talk about safety no, whatever you do, one mamu in share, what do you say Adakabre? Ovan. Brody here ovan no. How many cars no? Or speed alcohol. But when say you want to share over your trust say 80 kilometers per hour. Onanka so si me nko embrace kilometers no. Unim sa. Adenje hamra. We are doing that one to control certain movement because of our safety. In there you can say Okada. Yeah, Okada say mra Who ride there at this speed? Don't ride at this point. Yani say, ADAKABRI, I don't think, say, it will cause any harm to this country. But if somebody tell you, say, that be all the safety needed on phone, but Okotaka, not that mom, we are waiting for them to go and tell those people, says our concerts, as some say, the mama car, now the motor do Okada, I may catch you say, Obi or Kita Okada si miensa as a owner. Into why not the car, Udioma, the riding motor, no, and answer owner, no, the mama.
Right. Madi Jibril of the NDC and attending can obey me. I was up here on 050 600 0909 050 600 0909. Yanking kind messages, Kakra. Aussie Road to Election 2020. EC begins exhibition of voters register today. Good afternoon, ADAKABRI. I say this Okada manifesto of John Mahama and his NDC is empty and a mere ways and means agenda to woo Okada riders to vote for them at a tone word. ADAKABRI, in fact, John Mahama is empty and as such have nothing good for the youth of this country. Citizen Eduji, Spinters, no the free buy. Samuel from Tema Newtown, I wouldn't buy what the NDC man is lamenting. Because when it was illegal, see how people are dying. Even 2 teachers from my who had an accident with it. Mystic inside and swim. Or say it's undoubtedly true and undeniably fact that Nana Dankwa Kufuado and Baumia led government has failed Ghanaians. I say, please, let the MPP guy there understand that car kills more than Okada. So what are they talking about? Childish argument. Meshak Asante Albusukai. Uncle, respectfully, I need a quick answer to the following. Can the EC, as an independent state institution, has the legal backing to take decisions without broader consultations? Could there be any reason why political parties seem to have qualms with the EC, especially in opposition? As for the NDC and their empty promises, the least said about them, the better. Jomo, Okuase Festus, and all the buyer. Also, passenger bikes, taxi bike service in London. And also there's Okada in London. And our pulley link the other. Mr. ADAKABRI, I'm Richard Akoto from Wager. Why are Ghanaians talking too much on Okada? Tell me, what is the function of a motorbicycle? And also at the buyer. Right. What's you got?
Over.
Yes, young reading. Multiples list or exceptions list or and a regular list. No, you didn't know. So I short code at a cost of at a cost of 30%. Now register a credible register there.
Okay, ADAKABRI, me that's it. But I mean, me time they just quick one better respond to some of normal kind. First of all, so what an argument you're making now? The argument you're making now of the NDC. Per the extension of the argument you're making, say, Okada has come to stay. Okada for 4 years, intimate ban any other no. Na ababwa the new ban no. Per the extension of that argument, no, where in the near future, no, see I hear ya. Any government can just come in and say, process you so, or more a street in the so more doors. Oh, they've come to stay. And be livelihood into legalizing prostitution. And ADAKABRI meba?
It was that you legalizing prostitution by hard.
Meba, say, legalizing prostitution, or China, then Kofubushaka Abomuse, or most of the robbery no mudidi, illegalizing them cost.
And it's prostitution.
Meba,
so then I'm say illegal, saying illegal. Let your pen walk.
Meba. Another, you see. The whole essence of Emra is to put limitation on the nipa person moye. Adi awo ti wa bi awo ye no. Ya the state is to protect you by the laws I waha. Said the beya obi adi bi oye bia no emmenya bad impact on you. Enka sa dia ke beja obi na freedom of liberty no bia ye the person oye dey oye. But the argument all can say oh e di nyuma beba ye when Okada has come today. You look at the consequence. There have to be a balance where we have BBC traditional birth attendance and it will be o man mu ha. near or can pa na bibidro for near nyomuntum. But there was stakeholder engagement, there was consultations. You did the eye home commodity who say, and conform you do one umbrella near regulatory activities are a boy in our asomai. This time around, the discussion, the outcome of legalizing Okada, the Adebebano, it far outweighs what we get from it. And no hospitals are the accidents near cost are many. Now, Okache says for Okada because people employment near there. Then the argument other people also raise is okay, Ochana, suppose Suzuka so okay almost a more mojuma in legalize na. Adechina Robert Soka say a more mojuma in legalize na. We can't go on that tangent. There have to be alternative and sustainable way. Yadebe boyo manina. Then you say a group of people come who ma say okay, yeah, galamsi for you say galamsi and betu. It be a sense as ya never say anything. Yamkoso ami enya the census. I mean, such a government or you can't make such proposal when you want to come to government, especially when you are the first people. Moko abay moko brass. Amran say Okada should be legalized. And then all of a sudden you make a U-turn or a quick turn. A question is the policy credibility of the person making the promise, as John Mahama making the promise. On one side, we see Intimini, they say they also adjatum. Why within this short space, all of a sudden, Okada should be legalized? But we have provided an alternative, and that was what we are as a government. But a question I will say about EC 170. EC 170, the voter register has been done. And I think we have about over 17 million voters no more are registered. EC BA for exhibition, and exhibition just say, Oshem, never say, Udin woman as Odin the enim. Ebuaha, Obakono, sometimes maybe Udin a woman Udinim. Bua, you have to make some basic corrections, woman. And some of the corrections now be make Buana ni din kura bia say ne ewoha ne bia cosplay day eti. And that's what the EC is just basically coming asking yes day yenkoye. But exhibition you're in two phases. First one no, they're in two ways. First one I say you can do that physically. Ubetimi akwa nkasa na wa do nya day akwhwe. Ubetimi atuna in the comfort of your home. Now wa dial the code now I day. Of course, NDC will once again discredit the process. And we don't hold beef for the EC. But so far as Ometima demonstrated, so Ometima registered 17 million, over almost 17 million, no? Of which I think almost some duplicates of around 6,000 or so. But I mean, so compare 17 million registration, almost 17 million, not duplicates around 6,000. You should say insignificant. And it shows say system no come motivate who duplicates which say more very good system on media day abua election process. No? But I think most importantly, be encourage Ghana for you so more any day enko for exhibition, no. So you just pick your phone, dial your code, and just wait for the results. So do woman now him. But I mean, a network asem. A bit of a dial code no cry na day and also those petty problems are surrounded with the network. But I'm not sure say any big issue be affected the electoral process. What is more important in say Ghana for acquire registration process, and the registration process is part of the main or the central election process. And at the end of the day, you have to go through or end the process. As going through or ending the process, and first process your registration. The other process at the end is the voting process. And between the two is the exhibition process. They see catch obi. So we encourage all Ghanaians, whether MPP or NDC, said the Bay Bedru on the 7th December and Enkofa I went to Anya Day, Emma. But I don't see why this should even be a matter for be a partisan discussion or partisan diversity. Bottom line, they say and they have to be exhibition. Then you prompt authorities' attention at the Ohonoma day or my amo.
Mammy, so many compon cometica crabby. I'm say both cosine, madicas. You see, Cosi, in as much as more per se, more bunny Okada. Na moma alternative no. I don't think says I'm alternative no madwin because I didn't know say gas ketwa no a wo mamu akra na traffic aba gas ketwa na wa no traffic aba ama you say you Okada wo si yankofa Okada no emna magic car yankofa car bebre emra magum back na ba me fine van because build roads, expand them, promote public sector transport. I mean, because I don't know, a year or arrival. Because car kitwa be no, car kitwa no and no son. I'm a traffic at your memoir. Okada no aba say ebema ade no abo antententente wo so wonfa Okada no ma magica na car no ba drive no wonfa e be sia pampam na dia kwana that is not alternative madi the entire enkofo bebre no ayo Okada business so many adwuma you had 8 years and you wasted it you yet no what a lot of people unemployed so ba na nka factory so memu ha ana man for sustainable decent jobs are ebe no ano nkomo nye say adwuma we it with all due respect so sia owura John Dramani Mahama opeso sa ba biwa catch and say what the people of Ghana need is not Okada. We don't want the legalization of it or whatever debate is. People want decent, sustainable jobs. Let's build factories. Let's embark on full industrialization. Say the CPP, yeah. Now your shoe factory, jute factory, your glass factory. You come before her. Now you matches for her. And then what a question here you see? You ceramic factory, yes, and your money. This is what the people of Ghana want to feel. Eti, me say mwanya kwan na mo bontoa na mo ne Ghana for kasa. No say Ghana for bebre no ano. Sebe mo num de. Na mo kasa mo a beba Ghana for enya arechemu e wo politicians mu. Because na me din kan no. Ensem bi wo ho no nyoma bi wo ma mo ya. Eya mbebe kakra na wa hwe e ti politicians e bebu ya abonten so. Ba me geso so ananka inya kwenya yebu oman ekonomi ye enti both nana adodan kwakofo ado baomia ene owura John Dramani Mahama I think say the issue of Okada no kwa na see piato nchen kra let's bring better solutions to the unemployment situation akofasa ne ma we nyina ba
exhibition
of ADAKABRI Electoral Commission Dedika no yeba mo mutiri nkwa se omo etimi atro di no wie na menka se I'm disappointed in the outcome of registration no a omo aye no kasi kwa tin say o tro ni pa kuma ko 17,000 ni na unya 6,000 insignificant your friend be winning by popular vote I was a 50 plus just one vote and then 6,000 one vote. I'm not a bit of be a winnie about being president or memoir. Titus Grover, that's his name. MP3. 3 votes for the winning here. Then 6,000. So, Mummy and Castle say they see at here. But I got Tom Electoral Commission person through the Yemu will protest here. I can see whom quite fast for Biabam. So, whether a crowding, you and Yan Chitches and Simbia. It's in your dear. Ya day old well register na adwuma beboa enti yenkoso na nkotwa sika foforo na yemfanye voters register ya chiro din yakosala ye hu ne ma bebrebe ene Electoral Commission say enkofo ebi e ho no mo a omo atimi register mienu e de na baza enye Electoral Commission e ka kire yen say
almost 6,000
enye pe o ADAKABRI na me ka say abato na to no Ghana ha no a yiri wini president e popular vote 50 plus 1 vote per percent and ebe nipa no baba be president obi o on MP what the 1 per and it me parliament enti eye dan anane yenya nkofo a omutimi register mienu enye omo na ka kire se video mo kwakofa ba yi de so wo da no ho mari jata kra na se we wa so be register mpenu a ebe che wo no ere na hunsu sanso ni onim se ye CB before ye data na nkeje fi Electoral Commission ho ya se afre say ye samra na ye fa ya drive na baba be jade no samra biu because there was an issue in Western region. Previously there was an issue in another region. They say yes Western region. Another commission about saying it's way na ye peja o man sika e de maamo na mo ka chen se mo be clean job na nu Atosubio.
Significant, Anna.
Significant. Elections here. It is a struggle for power. Over. And power there, a balance amount for prayer. You need to be significant. And can wabra 1 vote to pay. Nipa ba ko pay decision. Ebeti mi amware. Anasa beti am wedding kunim. It's a very, very significant. Atosubio. Sa exhibition ya ye. The jiri say or say Electoral Commission ama na ni ko the electronic one no wa propose no ebe boa pa se wo ya maybe ana se wo smartphone no o dale short code no na obo voters ID card number no a eno betimi ama wahunu se ampa odi adakabri ne tro ne yie ene o police station ne ho nya no ama wanya sa information no. I think say in the issue of your system I will make COVID ya bay na sala ya come be say nose mask no ne ade na sanitize no the best way electoral commission ebetimi exhibit sanoma way no and say enkanka ni kura kesi mu no ye be promote say yan use sa short code no enfa en check ade no enkanka ne urban places here ankofo be no busy and I think say cost of 30 pesos I said I sika bia I said I bia but one asem so sika no coin wait ma boa mo na so nturo ni bia ah e coin fa
e be ko aban futuro
oh za say electoral commission aba be revenue collector ma aban because only me enche bia o enche bia ana electoral commission kro yen Ghana for the sika dia ma so mo fa enhwe enye o madwuma na abato nsusu asoko so ye no omo sisi say comrade Kwabena ADAKABRI epese odi MPA na oni 100 million de kofa forms enye campaign o paper mako be 9 oni sika de kofa bia on qualify
at just a filing fee
no omo say comrade ADAKABRI pese odi president na osum ne manya oni 1 billion sika da no a on qualify
na won't me attract 1 billion and ne emfa Ghana sika futuro say e wo mu function sa
menim se Ghana mrana se wo sika na abu maya but na menim se Ghana mrana se wo ho na wo fi se wo man ho do wo pepa wo nimdie na pese wo so mu maya eni se bibia se kwan eni ti den na sika se mbam ade no ekoso no se ya nhwe yi a enkofo bi o mo fa kuntu asenye sika fufufu lele o mo na baba be wo man so because obomadia tua ne filing fee na onya sika o de be campaign na okotutu papa so se de enkofo tutu papa so yi na because o ne wo sika nti otimi rura ba bia na to aba ma no a e be wi achi no na fe no baba be dictate page no. Is that what we want as a country? Who are they be that? Once upon a time in Colombia, there was one person be Pablo Escobar. Obedi MP because of Oscar. Yenye ni msense mesisi ye. Yenye ni weduma na oye. Is that a implication ye person no Ghana na? Yenju sa so so bi ne person ye no Ghana han mo ana. Eti the American Electoral Commission ni say yes sir or the innovative way any other de beba. But ye busa no. Sa sika no a ye de charge ya 30 pesos. Ye ti ye ne ade no. E kwa himfa. You should come clean. Electoral Commission be bato man fancy kakra bi so. Electoral Commission say no so mo hwe. Na say no o ma kwakwa di nimdie e wo revenue generation mu a. O mo hu. Na fe de ye ne say you fa public funds and support o mu bio because it's go for forms no a. Na fa a 10,000 and 100,000. They say so when so person ko hwe udin say electoral commission di no otro no udin one spell and tini adade a ye sa be use ka it say electoral commission no menim so akọ school bi kwakwaje events ekwan fa so ejiji sika ma ban na say jiji to ma ban o bi hu so that we know that this time no electoral commission is capable of raising their own funds amono edebe manage commission no. But so far no I think say omo say na enyoma aba ye ntia se bi say western region as say yes amfa adenom na ya blotu fufuro and 6,000 yes na nko bia ntimi nya multiple registration na ene aboto ja say nkofo ye bi no omfa nchire mu mbra bia no happy
right.
Osei Kofi Akwa
Of the Convention People's Party CPP National Youth Organizer and no. On this issue of voters registration exhibition of the list, the main voter list no and some exceptions list all my infractions or my BBD tier system no and some and a multiple list almost so my double registration so Madi
ADAKABRI me da menua oseko fi advice awo my say inye Okada mfonkwa na yen koso yeba se na etimi ye expansion of tema abo nde atimi fa manfo bebre no still na manfo echu motorbikes still yentimi ye bibi to set them na 3 years afa manfo bebre ejuma but still we are not still getting the numbers yetimi see blocks a we go cheche ni awatuma ko chere edu mu yes hospital yeba yen to aso nyesa na reduce sa numbers yati ase yebeye but in the meantime no yebeye mmara so abo mo amoye we no so a bibi ba ebetimi abo mo ebeye no so aka ho na John Mahama eka no ADAKABRI registration exhibition Electoral Commission awie na register. In fact, she came out to say this is the best exercise I will hear. You will be able to say one to no, because register na 2 phases. Ube compile register which is called provisional register, and so about exhibition to get it that certified register. Until we could do that stage, then we can say what you may juma on election day who register need to make juma pa na say what born money with the register.
NDC General Secretary said the register is ridden with errors.
ADAKABRI, only the Electoral Commission catch say, you may not know register way. Say, apart from register, no quite bloated, no, I say, I channel. Yeah, data center no is weak. Transfer of data is challenging. Until now, 2019 register no, among limited registration no, a DMBA PAP amber no, okay. Thank you. Until you register where Mamugana Sika say, won't you register where to system no, and your Juma. ADAKABRI in there, and I started exhibition. Okay, across the country, 33,607 polling stations. Like I'm phone call Nyanka Nyama Epiko who was center. First, Nanka start 7 o'clock to 6 p.m. Ofa Bono region. Document you know could do Bono region at 8:30. In there? Yes, on record.
A region in the could do 8:30.
8:30 in there.
Answer
Ebeko centers. 2. ADAKABRI in that mino can say no. Electoral Commission is reprinting register ni bio. Ni akono. They are reprinting register because center bia now you cannot even form be a friend no inclusion form. Ukono wudi ni register no mo a. Obe feeling for because match me obe feeling. They are not giving out. Unim nenti. Omo the 30 say omo transfer data no they couldn't pick all the data.
Ebia ewo
omo printing new register there aba. It has never happened in our history.
Hey.
It is dangerous to have a register. In fact, there's a polling station in New Job in say about 250 and I also 100 penny dinner buy. ADAKABRI is dangerous. There's a polling station in Voter region. Now man for about 460. Only 5 people. A dim penny P register also.
But police station.
I can give you all the polling stations.
Bobo.
I can give you. Mami
Bobo.
Ebia no here so to be mas no abo. Open for Asia. And it's no from
Me so more. I say can you know boy. This station. Manemo.
Is fan of making
Oh, discredit a whole easy. Ba oto.
Any police phobia ko tomoto a. Omdi Okada. I like say obebodi.
But stations go. What's about ko be in about ko offend say voter.
Be original you know could do 8:30.
And also or police stations about ko be in about ko voter. Also voter nipa 100 nipa 5 na. But
Mommy am an time
who discredit process you say you are born out of.
As I'm speaking to you. As I'm speaking to you. As I'm speaking to you.
Needs FM. What's cool, fresh and trendy with a new look? Makes you feel real good, that refreshing vibe. Satisfies you right just the way you like. Do you know? Do you know? Do you know? Ain't gotta do it alone. Specialized makes you flow. Anytime, anywhere. Specialized feel different. Always think specialized.
water. Feel different. Think special. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Efiura, me mwachi o Efiura. Yes on.
Machi o Efiura. Efiura mechi awon yeso.
Hey, Ewura, enfase mamsu. Wati? E ba force search ya me. Mo yem no.
Won so pepe.
Hey, oh, wafi, we dia me pesa oni Efiura bekon. Efiura we dia ye kwa sori abo. Ewurade. Mo kwa sori. Ye papa ye. Ewurade ka soro ho a. Wati? E be se wo ba hwa wa kraba kumpo wunya. Onipa da sane timi koto this way chocolate drink. No ne yire ne mma edi nsuo hie twabia nom anopa. No wi a wasade bia hye fridge mu. Wo mako school pon a wasan ba be yia nom. Enu mpore se ne nka ne twaso mu pa ende ye rekore. Ne fie wura beti ha. Anopa dio, ewia dio, enumre dia mo no makodeo. Mo mame. Na mu wi a ma sora akotra so ndem se ye kosum ya.
Bese na dia ya late nso me yanki kabinche Efiura ye wi a yakosere body fata. Ke Efiura, wuti fia say light bi no water bi oba wuntua bi. Wo boa say sika na ne fa koto this way chocolate drink. Na ba nom.
Ka hwe me catch you pray fa. Say this way chocolate drink no. Metumi ato bi pa na so na me de so mo ahwe wate. E de me hia ne nsuohie. Na nsuohie so me ntoi. Say me bufu a betumi ato bag mu a wate. Yeah, Efiura, we nko ade ma abunfu. Me koto nwe.
Efiura fi de ya bre ma abunfu bi.
Munyam sumponie. Munyam sumponie. Na mo ba ye trimodefo.
FDA ahwehwe se adwede nkratoe mo agye atum se eye.
Yamenu ejaba boni di adwa ma wubi eti yamenu afa hin na mahwie fufuo ti ase dada minya wofo yi papa so ba fie ni anwie fufuo ya asamu aba na so oben wadi fufuo edi mpreni ne mpresa da kro ba ye de ni ehwie fufuo a akwade wonwane
adwa mo adwuma se me ne fie adwuma di mini fufuo kakra ba o madie no eno to metwa da pasa aso wo kan na matire nyira
wati ate na make am meboa
ebo de odi komum na sese ade obra to otwa fufuo ai wono wodwo pam na wo ma siu na wotimu aba na wo sadade na wo temfra akwade ne nyina to otwa make say ya needful sadaroma wo bia mani ye pa ya wa ya mbode fufuo ne mankani fufuo a wa ne powder wo de gu da kam kama ya yefra no needful fufuo a
enya no bi na masori ba ntilizi kama me di ye yo
sese bia
ma me hwe bia needful fufuo a eya kama say bode fufuo ne mankan fufuo papa bi na wo ka say twan eposim na ede na me se wo kan so ento simanu mpɛ no wawie no ahie wo kwa papa bi aguso
be chese de ama mani kura gisa ne fufufura ho ama mko to bi kura ba ne se de Ghana fo sipom fufuro no eno an wo ye nu enti se wo hwa fufue won pam wodrom ne we nu a wo ho susuna bi awom wo nso de bode ne mankan fufuro papa bi
ejanie eni afi na fufuo na afi na wo bedi pa ne se de wo bedi ne se ne wo fa mojaduro ana pawia ne anadwo a wo koda
ne fufura supermarket bi am
ne fufura e wo wufi a eni gye nko a
FDA ahwehwe se adwede nkratoe mo agye atum se eye.
Utie oha extra punk no. Needs FM.
Need 100.9 FM so any. Na ugusutie na discussions. Voter registration and NDC rep Madi Jibril or former deputy national organizer and na Ochirimo or expanding on the general secretary say new register is riddled with errors. But before so better as one. As a good afternoon, I'm Florence from Ada. In my community where I live, Okada has made young boys drop out of school. So as for Okada, it should be banned. I think I didn't go school Okada. Right, Madi, me and you.
ADAKABRI, meka asisu biom say. Registers in Electoral Commission at their cost centers in there. Our printer cost centers. Because of challenges now, we won't register no polling station be bria. Among for the Amba, we register from district of Yomusti Amba. Some polling station you didn't crap a bit new. Most polling stations say Electoral Commission has printed and is printing new registers back to the centers to replace all the registers in our sentence. You know, you can now. I'll give you that job to do. Check. Say they are not. If they are not printing any register back to the center, and they see that now, it has never happened. ADAKABRI, this code now they buy. You know, I can tell you, my ex code after now. If you are not ABC. The answer what they told me is wait, we'll respond to you later. Information on my phone say. Obi so akwa check here no, what check here no. Information nearby and obi di nearby.
The entron kwa o check in time.
I can give you.
You go to man.
ADAKABRI. You see what we are talking about. About to ask them and the danger on the election day for such things. Electoral Commission ajisika who say, "We made the best system." And there, yentimi nya register no completely a problem no. It's something that we have to be careful about. Again, I don't say about verification machine at the police station BR. Electoral Commission Yaman is say Tonyama Wayne now. No. It's only 5,000 machines on my release for this exhibition. Only 5,000. Some polling stations, in fact, Okangwe Central, only 16 machines out of 116 polling stations. In the polling station, be a while, Okawako Cheku di manual without verification. It is a minsa problem because we promise here, say we made two systems. Say other verification of facial recognition. Nanka nde yako center nanka obi awe machine bi. Me minsa to sudan amfa na mo the facial recognition that year. No one say do we problem we ya solve problem no. Electoral Commission has only given us only 5,000 machines across the country. And this is dangerous. And do election day. Center no affair no machine be ko ho. Adakabri ko na some for machine no. What will you say on the election day? I am try you, yan testing. We be almost some year piloting. At this time, yeah piloting. Exhibition of the register. More 5,000. Almost 5,000. We are piloting. 16 in each constituencies. 16. Center. They have given you the list. Police station. Me come check. No, I didn't do verification. 2016, limited exhibition. Every polling station there was a verification machine. And it could happen. Am I a problem on election day because between the that day to that day conference any problem. And then the sentence no verification machine no. But on election day we are going to use verification machine. How can we say we are getting the best thing on election day? I think say Electoral Commission should even now come telling us the good information. Say, okay, so me registration we no. Okay, some catch say almost 80,000 under quarantine. Okay, na double registration we o. They catch say mamu nye dede. About duplication now. Mistake me brave from Wankasa. Most of double registration of these elections, among 80,000 announcements. No, now from Wankasa machines. No, uko just got to soa. I'm for now say be reserve. Today almost 6,000. ADAKABRI. Next 6,000 about. From the beginning, Jane obey announcement, one got 80,000. That's up 74,000 away. Okay? But when you want to disgrace your PCSR, that is what is happening. In fact, the 2012 registration, the first time. Because this issue of double registration, there's no machine in the world. System you use online can detect double registration. In fact, that's a commission and check amount for. Because your machines are using offline. Into all register or polling station way, no polling station, you can be captured. It is until they merge the document. No one say, or say, I could register her. But they told Ghanaians, say, all machine on mobile need a double registration. That's why we are asking the question. No. Yes, there's no problem with double registration. Because a month will be a while. Almost shut down double registration because we can't be. And that's why you cannot do it. No more cars, foreigner 32,000. Okay. That is why you have the exceptional list. Our sentence. Exceptional list means obi double register now you are disqualified now. You didn't pay you. Another register na joa. You didn't pay you. Go to most of the polling station there. Make us away. There's no exceptional list or there's no multiple register or because exceptional amount for your challenge will be bring akela omo. Omo about register no bio. So today EC is not talking about 2,000. Omo can say hey the must stop foreigners. In fact, they have cleared almost 90% of the 2,000. I think the Electoral Commission should prepare to be telling the truth a little. Because baby ADAKABRI when ti mamemfa sa kwenya we wan ensrega na for anyone kasa ADAKABRI don't depend on the 1422 no. Because 1422 no say be ejuma kura pa o send the data no a ebe more information from the database. But more information on the register no ya printable center no. No, and I make say yes. And I make say as I can say, I didn't know database now the man no, any mistake wo. What you say? What they are copying to print, and I'm no problem. I'm no problem between the database and what they are copying to give the printers. That is why I'm for be ready any register no in there. That is why when they give the political parties, register no it need be free mo. What you say? data no can say a save data no here register bio but almost copy no between the copy of data no problem aba that is why when you return it they'll give you a correct one
asema okay pa that's all that down
Okay. Obia just about 2 minutes.
Adakabra unim
and some
as I make can say I didn't see CPP omudi omo hard drive ever back letter commission omudi go there
because there was certain places beyond my upload according to them.
thank you and I make sure say why now upload data no dey correct during the time of uploading no mistakes here the uploading bring the printed because danka wanya mistake from uploading nya danka on fan copy into the more printer now what upload no why a mistake from uploading into data on the mouth printer
So we have mistake from uploading. Does it change people's names and
uploading one say day now
you upload the full data it doesn't more care
me upload data of 500 people from the system
a business
and load 400 I can't 100 with data no so on my data I'll get 400 printer only 400 people will appear on the register that is what is happening but when they go back today they are reprinting the real thing. In fact, that's why they are reprinting the register again. To get the actual number. In fact, Ashama, who the Ashama they say then they see Ashama. They have stopped the SIC because the register no more no M1. Okay? But nobody is talking about say data in you. In fact, don't print out now. Daily print out now. It didn't need now. But the register that have come today on the center no. And
it is a technical flavor.
And that is what they told Ghanaians said. They will never have that problem because they have a correct system. In that SBC, you know, election day on register
for how many days in a year?
Even 8 days.
Okay, okay. Do they have the capacity to correct it?
Oh, they can correct it. That's why they are printed new one. But ADAKABRI, we are praying because they have to print again for election day. They will print the final register for election date. Yes, sir. Mistake na ban they are moving to no. Election day not 8 days so 1 day. And no bar how doing and that will bring tension.
But you final comment.
Over on voters register 7 may no quick na maba we so. No 2012 for home. Na nipa bro 18 years no. Na 13.7 million but omo register mo dem na 14.1 million. 2016 nipa na bro 18 years na 15.2 million but omo register mo dem na 15.7 million. And from day one I can say be register new register. They wanted to discredit the process. Every time I car say my said that repair was. Doesn't mean you are not. I can't and you over the make say 50 day one. Yes, I say be new register no. O ma discredit process na. Enti the ma di ye wa he enya wanwa. And now we okay say voter register ne bono or sentence bi wo ho a. O say voter nipa 100 by 5 per by ka so omo. O man time I me ku break kwa wenti mamo. Enti wenti ma hu no. Ade ma me nto so. Bono de no wenti mamo okay bono nto so. Ontimi mo. But station ko. Me si station ontimi mo da ma nto so.
Register number 8.
Ontimi mo center kwa. Ontimi mo center da ma nto so.
The whole bono man.
Ontimi mo ongo. Ade TF wenti. Anyway, o de ma me nkwa de me kan so. Okada, I mean, me back to Okada sem no. Okada sem no ye basic. It's just simple. Say one of the usual ways NDC running from responsibility. First of all, a very big command responsibility. Who take a decision you should be able to defend it till the last drop. Or who take a decision, or ban Okada in 2012. Up till now, no, that decision or that law is still there. Right now, they are running away from it. And it's just an easy way or more they run away from responsibility of providing a better and alternative source of livelihood support programs or interventions. I'm Okada for. 2. So Okada say yeah, the Okada eba because be create employment. No 2 ways about it. Obi en who bit imagine ko for adwuma bia dey efro mo nsam. There be adwuma no mo ye. And I say be as at now no, the law is against that. But opeso adwuma nsam you provide another alternative source or there. What Dr. Baumia is saying say temporarily we will provide them with cars. Temporarily you be provide them with cars no more adwuma dey. Ate. But in the also omo de kana na kasa na mafa kwa beso na kwa mo yeso kasa fa kana kwa beso me kasa fa na kwa beso yan kaka ma de bia ani to na mo anti omo se ka ho me so omo se ka ho o kada fo mo se ka ho me so kada fo mo se ka asema na ka mo de me time Dr. Baumia can say temporarily but mo ka but as at now no railway system we are expanding ekwan so you expanding. Oh, yeah, membership. So as at now, no, that is the alternative I had. You propose why in the long term, no, you are expanded kwana railway network and everything works. But very finally, no, you hear BB and me can say about the Cobra effect. Say in our attempt to solve a problem, we don't also create more problems. And I'm in India, the example. So I hear legalization Okada, but we should strike a balance. Say legalizing you are a dear outcome that the be increasing road accidents and I say increasing road accidents. Is there alternative source of BB livelihood? There should be that discussion, and we are proposing say for now, no dear, a bit more cars the other day. Juma.
Okay.
What time are you? What now last?
You see, they make Ghana phone and say after 28 years, I idea that was I buy to my MPP near this no. I buy to say no. If you say so, mobile in chain during election year, no by campaigner. And your mom cano, and your number by moi or moye. And unti, say, but you are for now a fee 7 December. I have been say about 2 about my own, while Brian to Obama CPPA. A idea about pa. Yaba, Galam say, a besem kina, a baby at chino, near BSC. Yaba, Okada, ye be ye for the cars about, may can't say cars name man net, and match na, because on one him say. Say, omo the cars in the bar, it will further deepen the traffic situation in the urban areas. Anya dia, enunti, ebeboa. Na, normally no, I'm say, say, sabiu, enkophobia, ye refi ade. We go so political talk, and I'm a kind of rally ase. And it was one of those things. Now, for one kasano, can free at the end of home. 28 years. Omo my before bia da bia na me I did the MPP and the NDC omo me kan che habo so amoba amasi esita kwade habo echi tama habo tama township na e de be na MPP fo aye enya no nko a the economy as of those days na ejina brane chen e de na MPP na NDC for the aba enti afi aba ye baba beto no o se Ghana ni bia kai se yawo afru ma me yam na nkuta MPP na NDC card Nemo no na when das will be say over 12 mom no maboa ama wabrabo etumpon.
Okay.
Edada no a 28 years edada no a.
Dada no a in 1 minute Madi.
Nakabre. Emi de pan say menua aka Cobra effect. And what did Odibo me echi say omba cars which me Cobra effect no say me koto Okada bebre because I want car. And Cobra effect na wakan no. Atame wakan say MPP omo ntombo any analysis of the issues. John Mahama say, "Oh yeah, or other days policies, you know." Inside the big push, big push, you know, is about say infrastructures, but also that's why we spoke about say expansion in Tema.
Okada roads.
Yes. Okay, say road. Emma, okay. Okay, say road, my lolo. Akufado. Ni Okada na stop no. Okada stop on. Boss no and one president.
And moko brand ya mudi hu sika no.
Right.
Now by you branding na very oduma. Ba brontio.
Yapon. Your first them from Madi Jibril of the NDC. Kwasi Kwatin of the MPP. Ose Kofi Akwa of the CPP. Say wo mo bae. Me menti dwumadi na ye de ebremo. Ye frame ADAKABRI Mamudu Osioma. Panyi kwasi panyi kwadwe na miado ena dim si abontene na eye majere osagiman ena bo ni chidom ni nyina mu no frame abankro ana ono nso so no ohwe ema social media handles awodo ye adwuma tabri be kofie eye kofie no eye Olakoku Michael ena ye de be kofie jo ewo neat 100.9 FM
Needs FM.